Welcome to Game Bros. This is...
And this is Prodigy.
Coming to you live from our beautiful Game Bros studios here in beautiful Miami, Florida. We want to give a shout out to Only Dade. Look them up on Instagram at Dade County. They're always posting stuff from Miami. And we are proud Miamians. And we do our show here live. I said it properly, did I not? Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Just stating
Just making sure.
that we're called Miami.
And we rep Miami where everything that we do is Miami. We're trying to make Miami a hotbed for video gaming, and that's why we started this podcast. We want to thank our Pro League gamer that's in the chat room. He probably saw the headlines that said Rainbow Six Talk, and he's like, I'm the Pro League for Game Bros. When it comes to Rainbow Six, I have to watch
He does have to
Mr. Jimbo. We want to
train
thank
a little
him.
bit.
Oh, because you aced him this weekend?
Because I aced him twice.
Ooh, calling him out,
That's all I'm saying, Jimbo. I know you need some practice. I know you're rusty. I haven't played as long as you have. So remember, the last time you played is the last time we played because we played together.
So if people want to check it out, they can actually go to
our Twitch,
and check out the footage. It's up there. And if you guys
we're gonna be putting out some highlights this week. I already started breaking everything down so we can show off.
All right.
The nice little friendly tourney we had this past Friday.
So another thing we're going to start doing, we're actually going to start podcasting the show, actually putting it on podcast services. So you guys can check us out on all the different podcast services around the world. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, all those beautiful things. That way you guys can catch the audio. What's up, Santana? And Twitch, thank you for watching. So let's jump in it. There's a lot of stuff that we want to talk about. There's a lot of cool things that are happening. Yes, we have the whole coronavirus still going on, but it's not stopping video games. The world keeps spinning,
keeps going,
and
keeps doing what it's doing.
And so do video games. So when this week, we did our show last week, we had a couple of rumors, and then all of a sudden, as soon as we finished the show, they actually dropped the bomb as far as the pricing, and that Xbox Series X is gonna come out the same time as the Xbox S.
Remember S. Not X, there's a difference.
We could have done a better job with naming these things.
Oh,
and there's also a rumored Xbox V.
Which to me, well, you know what? Let's get right into the news.
Yeah. So basically they dropped the bomb on the Xbox last week. They showed off the console, what it looks like, the price of it. It is going to be $300 for the S, and they told us the Xbox Series X is going to be $500, which I think is great price points for both machines.
Yes.
I think that's a great price point. It gives you something cheap for the people that want to dabble into the Xbox ecosystem and get into the whole Ultimate Pass, and they give you a high-end, the strongest PC in the world with the X at $500. You can't even buy a video card for $5, let alone a whole console. So I think that was a good price. And they're talking about an Xbox Series V, which is basically a diskless X.
Do you see these coming out together though?
All three of them?
Dude, I honestly don't even think that's a good idea.
Too much choices?
There's not just too much choices, but how much are you going to make of one unit? How much you can make of each one of the three units if you're going to make three different types of units? And then
I'll throw you even a curveball. What if they started making Halo units? They're like, oh, we're going to make the Halo come out when the Xbox Series X comes out. What if they made 1 million Halo ones? And they're like, holy crap, Halo's not going to come out in time. What do we do with these? Do we shelf them and save them for it when it does come out and say, hey, look, we also made these? So you're talking about production-wise, right?
Yeah, because,
so the V is
it's a lot of resources, man, if you think about it.
Yeah.
And if all it's going to be is just take out the disk drive, you still got to think about how much components and everything else, the CPU
you
and
have
the GPU and everything inside of it.
motherboard setup. You still have the fan, the whole vortex cooling system.
So there's a lot to think about there.
I kind of agree with you. That's why I don't think they talk too much about the V. I think the V will come out maybe a year from now where they're like, hey, look, we got the powerful Xbox X, and here's, you want to save some money. Here's the V that they're speaking about.
Yeah.
But I think for the most part, I think people are happy with just these two, with a high-end one and a cheaper version.
Yeah.
Phone companies are doing it. Like the iPhone, you have the iPhone, and then you have the iPhone S. Google Pixel is doing it with the Pixel and the 4 and the 4A. So they're giving people choices, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
So do you have any information as far as the teraflops and power of the X compared to the other ones? So it is confirmed that it's like 20% more, right? Powerful, the PlayStation. I mean, the Xbox Series X over the PlayStation 5.
Yeah, around 18% more power in it. At least when you look at the spec side of things, of when we look at the numbers and all that stuff, in that the article I was reading at the time, they mentioned that there might be a slight difference. Who knows in practice? But then again, right standing as of now, looking at the numbers, Xbox is definitely going to come out on top in terms of power and performance. But we do. I mean, some people, again, we got to wait to see hands-on on both consoles.
Yeah.
To see how it is, comparing hands-on and there in person. But, I mean, right now it's looking like Xbox is going to take the cake for saying they are the strongest console.
Yeah. Yeah, they already made sure that they are the best console right now. So they already confirmed that on November 10th is when both consoles will come out, right before the craziness of Black Friday.
Yes.
They also confirmed that on September 22nd, you are pre-ordering these units. They haven't said how many units they have made or produced, how many they're going to have. So it's going to be crazy. I think that's a great job on their part of making able to have two different options because, right now we're in this coronavirus world. Yeah. Not a lot of people have had a chance to work, full time like they used to. They're not making the same amount of money as they used to. So around Christmas time, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever holiday you practice, things are going to be a little grim and dire as far as, how much money you're going to be able to spend on gifts and so forth. So them having a $300 console saying, here, son, daughter, here's a new console. Welcome to the next generation of gaming for $300. And now you can experience, so it doesn't do 4K. It does 1440p, 2K. I don't know any 2K TVs out there. It's either 1080p or 4K. So you're still going to need a 4K
1440.
Monitors.
Maybe. Oh, yeah, monitors. Damn, we just had to talk about this.
Yeah.
The brunch ladies. Oh, Leo, thank you for shouting them out. There. Like Jimbo mentioned, salty that you popped his head in one of the games. He's a little mad.
Because we do call you guys the Breakfast Club, and we are called the brunch.
The brunch ladies now.
Now we're the brunch ladies. So I like how Xbox is giving people an opportunity to experience the next generation of gaming.
Yeah.
So that being said, let's say in a hypothetical world you are gonna do the Xbox route, would you go for the Series X, the S, or just PC and just?
It's because here's the thing, am I looking, let's say, in affordability? To be honest, Xbox can push the power, right? If you want the power that the Xbox is pushing in a PC right now, you're looking at way more than $500, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, in a sense, I would have to stick with the Series X if I were to go to that.
I'm copying off
to that market.
Paper.
What were you copying off?
I'm just looking at what you have on what screen. Just when you get a chance, read the
No, that's what I was going to mention, because I was going to mention that as well. Santana makes a good point talking about how Xbox has been getting better than PlayStation in terms of price and productivity. Yeah, especially over the years, I think we always mention every single time we talk about Xbox, the executives were the issue at the launch of Xbox One, especially his idea of pushing it as a cable box all in one. And when Phil Spencer stepped up to the plate, he said, "No, we're gonna change this around," and he did. So, we have seen Xbox come around throughout all these years in this past generation to definitely pull out some good stuff. For console gamers.
And one of them is the thing that Leo's talking about in the chat, how you can play Xbox games on your Android mobile device. The Note 20. So that's another way that people could take advantage of the Ultimate Gaming Pass, which is the best deal in the market right now. You can play remote your PlayStation games, like your PlayStation Now games. You have to use your
the same Wi-Fi is what I really don't like.
What do you mean?
You have to be on the same Wi-Fi network as your PlayStation to do remote play.
Yeah.
That's my issue with that. Because Xbox is doing it off the cloud, but if I'm not mistaken, isn't the xCloud something that you have to purchase?
No, you do not.
Oh, really?
That's I have the same problem with both gaming.
Wow.
I have the problem with Xbox, Nintendo, PlayStation. There's a lot of misinformation out there.
Yeah.
And a lot of the people don't know. Like people come up to me like, Google, why should I get PlayStation Plus? And I explain, look, you could do this or this. You can get free games. And they're like, wow, I can get free games. I've been playing for PlayStation Plus this whole time for like the last 3 years. I'm like, the last 3 years you could have had 36 free games. And they're like, dude, I didn't know that. Same thing with the xCloud. It is part of the whole Xbox family and being able to play everywhere. That's the whole thing Phil Spencer wants. Xbox is getting to the point where they're like, I don't care if you buy an Xbox or not. There's 2 of them. If you want to, you buy it. If not, you don't. But here's software. That's what we want to push you is software. They want to be the Netflix of the video game world. They want you to play, they're $20 a month and you can play all the games that they have.
Yeah.
And that's what
they're going talking for. About $20 a month. They raised the price of the Game Pass, I think by $5 if I'm not mistaken, because they are adding EA access to it. Yeah. So, dude, I mean,
okay, there's a confusion. Just because you get EA Play doesn't mean that you get all the EA games.
Oh, okay, no, yeah.
Okay, because some people might get confused.
Yeah, you're gonna have the.
So EA has a vault that they have games in that if you have EA Play you get. Which is awesome. I'm not saying it's not.
Yeah.
And that's part of the Ultimate Pass. So you'll get a bunch of the Battlefields. You get all the old FIFAs, the old Maddens and stuff like that. But the new stuff, you still have to purchase. Like, you're not going to get Madden 21. You're not going to get FIFA 21. But the good thing is that you do get discounts on those games.
Yeah.
And you also get discounts on the Apex
or
points.
Early downloads of them as well. A couple days prior of release as well, so that's all things that come with EA access,
and it all comes with the Ultimate
Pass as well,
which I think is an awesome thing.
Ooh, thank you for the resub, Miss Nex, which she was Pro League Capcan during our game as well on Friday. I don't know how she was pulling off some of those Capcan kills, but
as long as Record doesn't get on, because if he gets on, I'm really gonna get pissed. Because he had my number this weekend. So the Ultimate Pass, like we've been saying from the beginning when they came out with the Ultimate Pass, it is the best deal in the market. And that's why I have it. I have the Ultimate Pass because on my PC I can play all the Xbox games. I could download all the games that they have on the Ultimate Pass, and then I could also play it mobilely through the xCloud. You got to download the xCloud app to your phone or your laptop and stuff. And when we went on our trip to Port St. Lucie, my Sea of Thieves on my PC, on my laptop.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they were enjoying that pretty much. So it was good stuff. Xbox is doing, like I said a long time ago, Phil Spencer has to be by far one of the best executives. The only one second to him is Pete Hines from Bethesda. I like Pete Hines too.
Okay.
Great guy. I met him at E3. Super nice dude, down to earth. Like I spoke to him for a while. he talked to me to like a normal person, like a normal. He didn't come out with all this like, you know how some people think they're better than you.
You're scum. Get away from me.
And like and I'm not that like articulate. I don't speak that well. I don't have like my vocabulary. I'm just a normal dude.
Yeah, but at the same time, you're not gonna be spitting out like some.
But some of these nerds
encyclopedic.
I remember the first E3 I went to. That guy, that Angry Joe guy.
Yeah.
He went up to Ed Boon and just started spewing a bunch of nerd talk to him, and I could see Ed Boon was like, "Oh my gosh, this freaking guy can you please leave me alone?" and there's people that come up to you. You know how it is. Sometimes we love anime, but and then we go talk to some anime nerd, and they're like, they start telling you all this stuff. It's because the time that Sasuke did the this and that, and he spun it. You're like, dude, it was just a normal. It was like a battle. Like, relax. So stuff like that.
I understand you.
Remember when we went to Bangkok?
Yeah.
I remember that. Maybe Jimbo and.
Yeah, it's because you guys went to Bangkok.
Oh, my team did. Okay, I get you. I get it now. I get it.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah. So that was the Xbox stuff that they pulled out this week.
Yeah.
November 10th. We mentioned it. I think it's
a
good
date.
date.
Put it on your calendar.
Make sure you guys write it down. More importantly, thank you, Bravo.
The good thing about the date, if you notice, is right after the elections.
I didn't know. Wait, no, isn't the elections on a Tuesday?
Yeah, but it happens like a week later. It's not during the same week as the presidential elections.
Yeah, it's November.
Which I want to get into later when we talk about the PlayStation news.
Oh yeah, wow. Okay, but so yeah, make sure, and also a more important date as well, September 22nd. That is pre-order dates. So if you guys are looking forward to getting an Xbox, make sure you write it down on your calendar. September 22nd.
My thing is, okay, you can pre-order, but where?
We're gonna get into
there's no Microsoft stores anymore.
We're gonna get into where in a moment. Isn't there still something?
No, they all closed down. All the Microsoft stores.
No way, even the one at Aventura.
That's done, dude. Go over there.
What?
It's probably like a freaking.
It's probably a Venezuelan mask selling place.
Arepa place.
Arepa place.
Arepa and what is it that Jimbo? What is it that Leo likes to eat?
De chorizo.
No.
Oh,
He'll say.
Berenjena.
Berenjena.
There you go. Así le gusta.
That's for all my English speakers out there. They can.
What's up, Ray Potts?
They can learn some Spanish.
You can learn some Spanish.
So that's what happened at the beginning of the week. Xbox spilled their news.
Yeah.
And then we got into the whole Ubisoft finally. And I always
remember our expectations.
Yes.
But continue with.
Before I asked Prodigy, I'll ask the chats. How do you guys say? Do you guys say Ubisoft? Or do you guys say it like the freaking weirdos and say Ubisoft?
The weirdos.
It's because
the developers, the weirdos.
Is that how? Wait.
It's because here's the thing. You got Ubisoft. Say Ubisoft. Ubisoft Montreal. They have their accent. You know, the French pronounce it a certain way. Some Europeans pronounce it a certain
Ubisoft is a French company, so maybe I'm the ignorant person. Maybe I should be saying Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Because it's just like me. If someone asks me what my name is, no matter how it's spelled, it's Roger. And
I think, dude, to be honest with you, I think I saw a video on this, and I think it is Ubisoft.
Okay, so I need to start.
It's supposed to be
retraining my brain, and it's Ubisoft.
Ubisoft.
I love these Ubisoft games.
Yeah, there Leo putting the Berenjena in the chat. Ubi, that's how Nikki says it as well.
Next says Ubi.
I guess it's a custom
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft.
Ubi.
No, you're being
Ubi playing.
But yeah, so Ubisoft forward. All right, we talked about expectations last week,
and nothing happened that we expect.
What do you mean nothing?
Okay, some of the stuff that we expected happened. But nothing of what we wanted happened. Is
absolutely.
That a better way to
that's
describe it?
Perfect way to describe it.
Yeah, so Ubisoft. I got to say like that.
Yes.
And I got to make the facial expression. Ubisoft.
Perfect. Look at that. Grade A pronunciation.
They came out with their forward. They showed off some stuff. Some people were excited. Some people not so excited. And some people were really let down.
Yeah, I was about to say, where am I on there?
I think you're C.
I think I'm in the letdown section. But so yeah, so let's just they showed off. Let's say around
now Jimbo Ubisoft, Kakasoft, because he jumped ships. Because I remember him being the Pro League Rainbow Six player,
right.
But
yo,
now
everyone get on Rainbow. Yo, who's getting on tonight? Who's getting on tonight?
Now he caught the Apex bug, and now he's jumping ship.
The Apex itch that our man DJ Fuego has at the moment.
Next says be soft,
and be soft.
Some people be soft.
They just want to be soft. Now Leo's throwing the baby caca in the chat. I don't know what's all these cacas, but I don't like it. Yeah. So we're gonna jump into those around like 10 things they showed off. Mm-hmm. You know, 11, 10 around there. Yeah. For the sake of time, I took out the DLCs for games that are existing. Yeah. For Honor's having a season update. Yeah. We knew that's coming. Yeah, the Crew's having a season update. We knew that was coming. Rainbow they announced Rainbow all the 6
service games that they have.
Rainbow 6 season update dropped that day. So they dropped it. And so yeah, we're going to drop into the games and stuff they showed off. So I mean, first off, we have a remake. I want to say this is a remaster, not a remake. I'm saying that first off right now because this footage does not impress me at all.
So it's remember the actual footage of the actual game when it first came out. It was old. It was an old game.
Oh yeah.
So they kind of remastered it, but they remastered it if it was a 1990s game, not a 2000s game.
What do you mean?
Like it doesn't look like.
I wouldn't say this is 90s though.
No, that's a bit much. It's a 2000s, but not, well, maybe say 2010.
I'll say
but not a 2020.
I'll say a 2013, like a BioShock Infinite or Uncharted, nearish.
Uncharted 1 maybe, because this looks nothing like Uncharted 4 or
no. I'm talking. This is maybe like Uncharted 2. Okay, Uncharted 2 around there. Looking, that's what it looks like to me. It's just, I don't know. It just doesn't look as polished as I thought it would be for a remake. Because, when games make remakes or remasters, they claim a remake is from the ground up.
Okay, a perfect example would be Resident Evil 2. If you see Resident Evil 2 for the PS1, and then you see the Resident Evil 2 that was remastered now, the remastered now is like...
beautiful.
Magnifique, Like it looks freaking...
Or Spyro.
Amazing.
Or Crash Bandicoot.
Exactly. I think that maybe this is, early footage. Hopefully it's not the end result. I know a lot of people were very upset with the look of this game.
That's what let down people the most, and why I'm saying it as well, because I don't know. I expected a bit more. I expected to look more.
And I feel bad because Prince of Persia is a game that I grew up playing. You never played it. Mm-hmm. So that's, the whole first impressions thing kind of sucks because people that have an impression of the game and for people your age, they're like, oh, Prince of Persia finally is coming out a remake. Ooh, damn, it doesn't look that good. It sucks. Yeah. Oh, Final Fantasy 7. Thank you, Leo. That's a good
Oh, yeah, too. Absolutely.
It's like night and day, basically.
Yeah, major difference. But I mean,
But at least we're getting a Prince of Persia. Yeah. Is it the Prince of Persia we wanted? No. Maybe we can give it a makeover, come back.
The next one.
Can they do the whole Sonic thing, like where they pushed out Sonic and like, ooh, that Sonic looks back. Can we bring it back?
Bring him back in here. We're gonna touch him up a little bit, and then they're gonna put it back out. We'll see if they do that. The next one.
Well, they did it with Halo Infinite. They're like, oh, okay, I guess the people didn't like it. We're gonna.
And then they put out a quote. 4 months ago. This is 4 months ago, not now. So we've been working hard.
And the funny thing, they're like, oh, it doesn't look this bad. It's still a good game. You're still gonna like it. But by the way, we're gonna hire a new guy to be the director of the whole thing.
Yeah. When we're supposed to be releasing it in like 4 months.
Yeah.
So I mean,
the guy must have got in there like, ooh, what the heck is this?
What just happened? What just happened? Oh my gosh.
Okay.
But yeah.
So they did a remake of it. It looks cool. They also announced Scott Pilgrim.
This is what I'm waiting for.
Beat 'em up.
This is what I'm waiting for.
Would you have liked for them to do something to it? Like,
you know how to be on. You want me to be honest? I just don't remember, like what I did.
Oh, you watched the trailer and you're like, I don't remember this part.
There's a lot I don't remember playing. I remember playing this on PS3, but I don't remember doing a lot of it. So right now, it's to me, it's kind of new. A lot of the stuff might be new to me.
I like me too. They could have said, "Hey, we added all this new content," and it could be the same game, and me not know, but that would have still made me feel better.
No, you're right.
Even if it's
I think
not
they should have
real.
added maybe an extra story or something, a little something extra. I agree.
You fought the X's, but guess what? There's a couple more X's that you didn't know about.
Yeah, some X's that just weren't mentioned, and then they think about. Yeah, I agree.
Something like that. And like I said, they could have just made us. There's 7 X's or something like that. And they're like, oh, we added 2. I'm like, oh, I didn't remember if it was 5 or 7, but thank you, extra content, awesome.
Yeah.
By them just like, hey, we're just gonna spit this old game.
All I'm saying is that if it's more than $20, I'm not getting it.
Oh, they do have add-on packs.
Oh.
See, available this holiday. See, thank you, Ubisoft.
Always pulling through somehow, some way. But yeah, so I mean, I'm excited for this just because I like some of the nostalgia.
I like the movie too. The movie was a fun.
I gotta rewatch the movie. I don't really remember.
Watch it on my TV in 4K.
Ooh, 4K beauty. All right, now moving on to the next one, we have Immortals Phoenix Rising. If I'm not mistaken, this was a title change, right? This was some other game.
This was God and Monsters before.
God and Monsters. That's just what it was called.
I love the whole Greek mythology thing. Mm-hmm. I've always been a sucker for Clash of the Titans. When I was young, I love God of War. I love the whole Zeus, the Titans. I love that whole, mythological thing. So by them tying it into like an open world game that takes place in this magical world, I was sold. Mm-hmm. Do you like the aesthetic, the way it looks? They have that little like Fortnite look to it.
I don't mind it. Mm-hmm. I mean, for a game that is in this fashion, and because I kind of want to compare it to God of War in the sense of looks is what I'm saying. Not, of course, not gameplay or anything else. This is more of a, let's say, not mature game in the sense of there's no violent, like huge gore or violence or anything like that.
Arms are getting ripped
So
off.
the visuals of it having more of a
family friendly,
fantasy look, or more like a flat like CG type of look. I think it's fine and it fits the game. So I mean, I don't mind it that bad. Yeah, it looks pretty nice.
I would have to agree with you. I like that they went with this look. It kind of reminds me of, I don't know if you saw Hercules for
Kingdom
Disney.
Hearts 4.
Okay, same thing.
Oh,
Hercules,
okay,
Kingdom Hearts. It's same Hercules. It has that same kind of cartoonish look to it. Like you can see Medusa here. So I like that they went with this and not, like you said, a realistic. And it's cool because it's a game that all ages can play. And I'm looking forward to actually playing this game because, like I said, I like that world of mythological. I want to get some. So there's a move that she uses that's Ares with the spikes, and you have all those.
Yeah. And you said this was open world, right?
Yes, it's an open world game. There's a hub that you go to that she levels up her powers and stuff. Okay. But she gets to choose that, I want to go to Hades. I want to go here. I want to go there. Okay. So you'll see her like right there. All that's open world. She's just gliding to wherever she wants.
That's cool.
So I'm excited to play this game. It looks cool.
Yeah, it does look really cool. Going on to the next one, we have Riders Republic. The first time I saw this, I thought it was Trials Fusion.
At the beginning, that's what I thought it was. I got excited. I'm like, yes, another Trials game. You see the bikes, you see all this stuff, and then it kept developing more, and then it kind of like felt like it's
and then I'm like,
Steep 2.0.
Oh man, yeah, this is steep, but without the snow and the mountains and the boards.
Oh no, but you still have that.
Wait, what do you mean? You still have snowboarding?
Yeah. No, you do. They called it.
I thought this was a motor.
No,
cross.
So the way that you. Sorry, I was about to mess up. The way Ubisoft portrayed the game, it's an extreme sports open world multiplayer, massive multiplayer game. So you can yes. So
this is next gen, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it has to be.
So it's a massive open world. You can team up with your friends. You could do events. You could just mess around in all these different environments. So basically, they went and got the GPS mappings of a snow area and these are all real mountains, real ranges.
It's like steep.
So they kind of repositioned everything so they can fit together, and you can have the desert terrain, the mountain terrain, the snow terrain. So you could do gliding, the jetpacks. You could even use the jet wings, like the ones that they use in Dubai.
Yeah, I saw
biking, snowboarding, all those things, and it's all massively open world. They're gonna have huge events where they have 50 people racing down at the same time. So it's just gonna be chaos.
This is you're right. It's steep, but better, just more.
And you could do first person view.
So I mean, if you're into playing games like this, I mean, I played Steep because it came out free one time for PS Plus, and I got to try it, and I enjoyed it. I mean, would I play it for hours on end? No, it's not my cup of tea. But it's still a good time, and they did a good job. They do a good job with this. I mean,
there's a lot of customization. There's a lot of meat to this hamburger.
Yes.
And
indeed.
the other thing I like is it's a massive open world multiplayer game that you can play with friends. And that whole first person view, like some of these in real life, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna hang glide. I'm not gonna.
Oh, dude!
Because
I would not ride down a mountain.
Pants. But this view right now that we're watching him do, this small little track and seeing it in first person, it looks awesome. If one day they could add VR without us throwing up all over the screen because
if the
so
graphics
scared.
look like this, wow! Look at that.
Oh,
that's crazy.
It's crazy. It looks good though.
Yeah, definitely.
Nikki's like, yes, 7 ex-boyfriends.
But yeah.
What's up?
That was Riders Republic. The next game, I know Kuko's ready to do this every Saturday night. It's not eat pie, Just Dance.
I eat pie every day, not just on the weekends.
This is Just Dance 2021. They released a couple of trailers showing off the music that's gonna.
My thing is, people get like, oh my gosh, they showed another, Just Dance. Of course they are. This is a huge moneymaker for them. And to be honest with you, are there any other dancing games like Dance Central?
Just Dance is like the monopoly right now.
Yeah.
Because I mean, at the same time, who's gonna come out against them? I think Just Dance has fortified it so well in the dancing game genre.
They're like the 2K.
Where it's like no one wants to
try. Oh no, I don't want to try.
Yeah, no one else wants to go.
I know my friend Carlocho with his family sits and plays Just Dance all the time.
I mean, it's a fun game if you guys like dancing and stuff like that.
Yeah. It's funny because when we go to E3, you always see the bear and all the people dancing.
The bear, yes.
And
the panda just there dancing. Next, I didn't know you were obsessed with dancing games, Just Dance games. Well, the more I know. And Santana's never played it before. Well, I don't know if you're a dancing person. I personally don't play it unless I'm at a party and I have to play it. Then I'll play it. But other than that, I'll never touch Just Dance. But going on to the next one after Just Dance.
Okay, before we move on. Okay. But they always make fun of Madden because Madden's like a roster update.
Mm-hmm. It's Just Dance the same thing?
Yeah, dude, what? At least in Madden, they can improve the engine. The graphics look better. The tackling, this and that. But in Just Dance,
I mean, they've evolved a little bit.
Like what? Dude, they just add music to it. But graphically, does the game actually change?
Cool. What are you going to add to it graphically,
that's my point. Why not just sell DLC every year?
It's because they do. They have the Just Dance Ultimate Pass where you get all the music updates.
Why come out with the 2021 one for $60?
Because that pass is only for that year. You get what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying.
It's just to try to get.
It's because they can.
It's because they can, and to be honest, the only Just Dance I have on my PlayStation, on my library, was like 2017.
Okay,
and even then, I could get the pass and get songs up to 2019 probably. So I mean, you don't have to buy one. Okay. But the thing is, I forgot which Just Dance did it, but you could use your phone as a tracking thing. You have the app, and that becomes your motion tracker. Okay. Or you could connect up to 8 people with that phone thing, so it's a lot of people playing.
More than just 4 on the screen.
So I mean, I don't know. There's little changes, but I agree with you. You don't have to buy a damn Just Dance every year.
It's because I find it funny that they destroy Madden for that in FIFA. oh, it's another just roster update.
It's because here's
here's this game that and everybody's like,
I guess nobody really looks at dancing games. You know what I'm getting?
But dude, they sell so much.
Yeah, you're right. I wonder if this one's coming out on the Wii.
It better.
Because I remember.
I think.
Remember 2020. I think or 2019.
The Wii could play those graphics.
Oh, of course. To this day. So going on to the next game, which I wasn't expecting, but I mean, this isn't really a game we're all gonna get. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be in specific locations,
which is weird.
Which is different, I guess. It's a different type of game. I don't know if any developer really announced a game like that. Santana, we're actually gonna talk about that in a bit. But continuing here, so Far Cry VR.
Far Cry VR. So is this gonna
VR.
take place in those void locations where they have like the huge VR rooms?
Yes.
Okay.
These are called zero latency. Are these rooms, which actually Zero Latency has? I think they're one of the most popular.
I'm looking up
VR
for
rooms.
Zero Latency here in Miami.
That's the thing, we don't have any.
Let me not look it up then.
DJ Fuego and I were talking about that before when we were watching the football game. How like we don't. I think we might have one, but not them. But I think we do have one in Orlando. But other than that, we don't have that many down here. This is most likely in the Cali, in the Cali area. Dude, they up-resed him for this VR for sure. He does look a bit better. So I'm guessing this is gonna be Far Cry 3 that you're playing in.
Oh my gosh, this is awesome.
In the VR game, it's you and I'm thinking 4 different people. I think in one room, playing in VR. With their motion guns, their specific guns that they built for this room, and so Ubisoft announced that they had a little collaboration with them in order to push out a specific location VR game coming out in 2021.
That's awesome. I remember over there in Extreme Action Park that we go to.
Mm-hmm.
They had a VR setup like this. Hopefully that'll come to that location, so we can try this. It's lots of fun to play that in VR. Also, it is lots of fun to play VR escape room games as well.
Yes.
So I'm glad that Far Cry is thinking outside the box here and actually pushing VR. And yes, Santana Blue, we are in beautiful Miami, Florida.
Yes, Miamians. Going on to the next game, we have Agos. Space. As the name mentions, it's a game in space. It's a game of space. I don't remember if I've heard of this previously before. Have you?
No, I did not. This was something that came out of left field for me as well. But I'm excited that they actually showed something different other than, the same rinse and repeat games, the same open world games.
Yeah, so this is an immersive space simulator, an adventure space simulator.
So basically their version of the walking sim, right?
Yeah, you collect stuff, build different probes and stuff, and stations in space.
I don't like the word probes when you have to talk about space.
What do you mean talk about space?
Aliens come and probe you, dude. That's
what?
Space and probing.
What?
Not a good combination.
Apparently, this is having VR support.
Uh-oh.
For Oculus, HTC Vive, and Valve.
I see it.
If you want to go do stuff in space, why not, man? Go give it a shot.
I like how they're controlling in the ship so they can try to land it,
and they're grabbing rocks as well. That's pretty cool. It's a different. It's more definitely. It's a sim for sure. Trying to simulate all these different things that you can do in space and all these different machines to do all the space work. But yeah, so that's Agos, a game of space that they announced as well. And then we have Monster Prom 2. I don't remember a first one.
What the frick? We're taking the monsters to prom?
Dude, they want to go to prom, man. They couldn't have it in Corona
monsters
quarantine.
Like to party too, I guess.
So the monsters do like to party.
I don't remember a Monster Prom 1.
Me neither.
For them to get a sequel. Where did Monster Prom 1 come out on?
I think, okay, so Monster Prom 2 Actually, I saw a Kickstarter
dating
for it.
sim?
I'll tell you right now. Monster Prom.
You could go Monster
I know
Camp
that
too?
they had those my goodness,
A Kickstarter.
Kickstarter campaign for this. It's a
And-
multiplayer dating sim.
Okay, I nailed it. See?
So you're absolutely correct there. And
Damn,
it's
that
interesting.
werewolf looks hot.
Oh,
Yeah, Frankie, are you gonna go talk to her? Yeah, I'm gonna get her a magic cat so she could pet the puss.
wizard cat.
A wizard cat.
Wizard cat. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so if you guys want to have a monster dating simulator, which by the way, that is the best game in
Ubisoft
Jackbox.
is just completely like all across the board. Like you got like a space sim, you got monsters dating,
Yeah.
you got Scott Pilgrim, you got a time controlling person, a
guy
prince.
in I mean,
You got somebody trying to kill the Titans.
yeah, you got a little bit of everything
You
here.
got a little snowboarding action.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, those were the major things that came out of Ubisoft Forward. Again, to be honest, very disappointed. I told Kuku what else we mentioned last week on the show. What
No
we were
quarantine
expecting.
again.
Dude. Yes, that's exactly where I
quarantine.
was waiting.
Oh, they did announce a Rainbow Six World Cup.
Oh, they announced it with the season review as well when they did that little section.
What I did like is what we didn't mention here was I don't know why, but I'm super excited for Watch Dogs Legions. Just to see all the crazy
Aiden Pierce. How did I forget that?
Okay.
Oops.
Aiden Pierce is making a comeback.
Pierce is making a comeback in Legion. That's gonna be
They're
interesting.
probably gonna add more characters as well.
Yeah.
Like that.
Rich.
I'm excited because of the game and the combinations that you can do in the game as far as recruiting different people. I think that's an amazing thing. So I can't wait for, and it looks so good. And I know the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X is gonna just like suck all the graphical power and resolution out of it and make it look really nice.
I hope we don't get another Watch Dogs freaking one downgrade.
And some of the weapons are cool. They showed a woman with that controls electric bees. Just the combinations. A girl with a paintball gun, a person with a nail gun. So you can recruit anybody in London, and they all bring different attributes. They all bring different qualities. They all bring different weapons. Just the scope of the game is what I want to see. I want to see if they can actually execute that and actually really give you the capability to go look and find all these characters all over the place, and just how they would change the story. Yeah. And you see in the trailer, you see an old lady jumping over the balcony, but you also see Aiden Pierce jump over the balcony.
Yeah.
So you can see how the game changes throughout the game.
Yeah, depending.
Next wants to pre-order the Monster Prom game?
No. She's talking about Watch Dogs.
You sure?
Fun fact, she platinumed Watch Dogs too.
Who did?
She did.
Next did?
Yeah.
Damn, that's a lot of...
If I'm not mistaken, you correct me on that. I think I remember you telling me that you platinumed Watch Dogs too. And I think that's one of the only games you've ever platinumed, which I was surprised. I don't know. I still can't. There's things about Watch Dogs I don't like.
Wow! Congratulations!
Crap out of me, dude. Wow! But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to wait and hold on Legion, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't like Watch Dogs 2 very much, as I did the first one. I guess single player wise, but in the sense of, I think there's still certain things that I'm missing from.
Oh, she
Watch
says
Dogs
it's an
2.
easy plat. Say less.
Yeah, right, Kuku. You're not gonna play some 5-year-old game.
I'm going to play it if it's an easy plat. I'm playing 20-year-old games because, like I told you, I'm gonna get 19 platinums by the end of this week.
Hey, you know what? I'm trying to platinum an 11-year-old game right now.
Oh, you're gonna do?
I want to do Danganronpa. It's not that bad, so I want to try to platinum Danganronpa.
A pro gamer out here, platinum games. Nexus.
So talking about platinums.
What's up, Jay? What's up? Welcome to the show. We're trying to make things happen here. Thank you.
Yeah. So talking about platinums, talking about trophies, and playing on.
Okay. So Xbox comes out and shows their Xbox gaming and put out the date. We were waiting for months and months and months, right?
Pricing,
date,
pre-order date, the two consoles.
How weird How weird. I'm just saying. Xbox comes out and gives their date and their price, and the very next day, all of a sudden, PlayStation says, "Hey, guess what, guys? We've been planning this event.
Oh, it's been in the back.
We've had it, you know.
It's been here. We've had it on our papers this entire time.
We were about to tell you, but
you know, Xbox just happened coincidentally to come out, you know, a couple days prior.
You know, I've been saying it for months and months and months. Everybody's saying, "Oh, when are they gonna say the price? When are they gonna do this?" And I kept telling you guys, the PlayStation's waiting for Xbox to come out first, give up their price.
Dude, I feel bad for them, for Xbox. I just don't think it's fair.
I look like a guy. Oh, dang. Carlocho says I look like the fat guy from Up.
Fat guy? He's just short, man.
The old man because of the glasses. Oh, man.
He's just short.
We gotta hit the weight room. so PlayStation all of a sudden says, "Hey, we've been planning this meeting. We're planning this event for months and months. We just didn't know when to tell you, but we decided to tell you now." So on September 16th
at 1 p.m.
we will know
Pacific.
the price and the date, which we already know.
Already know.
So we know the date. When's the date?
November 17th.
And how do we come up with this date?
How did we? Well, we look at some of the game stores in London, if I'm not mistaken, where they accidentally put the banners up for the PS5 too early, and someone took a selfie, and it was in the background.
My thing is, one, aren't you guys in quarantine? Two, who's the guy?
I think London's fine though.
Who's the guy that had only one job? You had only one job, not to put these up.
Not to put these up. It's like they sit them down at a chair and they're like, hey, you only have this job for this upcoming week.
You know,
don't do anything else.
For the PlayStation event, don't put them up yet.
So they're like, oh, put them up now? Okay.
I lost you on putting them up now.
I'm putting them up. Oh my gosh! So big wah on.
Okay, so before you say the date.
Oh, I did. You told me. Okay, never mind. Continue.
Okay, so November 10th is the day Xbox comes out.
Yes.
So can the PlayStation come out earlier? The only reason I say no is because of the presidential elections.
Yes.
So if they come out a week early, you bump into the presidential elections, and you don't want to start, you know. Now they're calling me Mr. Magoo. Oh, crap. So if they come out earlier, you have the presidential election.
And then if you come out earlier, you're in October, which that's just...
So that's why it makes sense November 17th. And it also makes sense with a lot of third-party games, Assassin's Creed, Cyberpunk, all these big games that are coming out in November. That way you can buy it first on the console and not have to bump it up from PS4 to PS5. So November 17th is the launch date. They're also taking pre-orders a week later. My thing is, why not take pre-orders ahead of time?
What do you mean?
So, you know...
Because, I mean, they're only 2 days on... 3 days. Sorry. They're only 3 days off of Xbox.
Okay, but why? Why not say, hey, we're taking pre-orders the 15th? And you already know when they're doing it. Why not come out ahead of them? They're on the 22nd. Let's say we do the 20th. And come out 2 days. It's not like they're gonna give you the thing. They're just taking pre-orders.
They have like a time stamp like thing going on.
But that's the style now. It's the Game Bro swag. It actually comes from our sponsor
at D2D.
D2D.
If you guys want to go pick up some of their merchants, let me actually zoom in real quick on the camera. If you guys want to go pick up those blue light blockers or the eye shield protection powder or the D2D powder itself, and their hats or any other merch from their store, you guys can go to their store at d2d.com.
So these are not for seeing; they're for blocking blue light.
Yeah, the Cuckoo is not blind yet. So yeah, you guys.
But
can
you get
use
what I'm
code
saying. You get what I'm saying. It's not like they're gonna buy the product and here's the product. You're just getting a pre-order. If you get 2 days ahead of schedule,
I think there's a time, let's say zone that they have to fill.
What?
And like that they have like planned. Do you get what I'm saying? Like they're coming out a week later, so the pre-order date got shifted.
But why?
Because
why you're just taking pre-orders?
I think there has to be some reasoning to the organization.
You cannot buy the system unless you pre-order 6 months and 59 seconds. Pre-order dates, whatever.
I think that.
Sometimes they pre-order a week ahead of time. You get, but you get my logic, right?
Absolutely,
Right?
I understand. Why wouldn't you cut them ahead of the game on the pre-orders when your launch is already a whole week delayed?
Exactly. Like you already know their date. Let me jump ahead of them, get people to buy mine, and that's it. You already spent your money with me and not with Xbox, because you know how some people are. Some people are impulsive buyers, and like I guess I'm gonna just buy this one because this one's first. So I'm just gonna, because I need to get into the next gen race now.
Yeah. No. But in the end, you're not getting the console till I can give you that other argument. You're not getting the console till November, so I can wait till 25th just to pre-order my PlayStation.
Whoa, you're still gonna get it a week earlier than I am.
No, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
You know what that means?
Wow! Congratulations!
Dude, we need to lower that. Next time, remind me. That is so loud.
It shocks the people at home.
It scares me. So yeah, I mean, we're looking forward to the PlayStation event happening this Wednesday.
So we more or less know the date. Now, what we don't know is the price. So we already know the price of the Xbox. We know that the Xbox is $300 and $500. $300,
$500.
We already know that PlayStation has also two consoles. One, they're both exactly the same, except one does not have a disc drive. So disc drive less was what, $50 less?
I want to say 50. I think 100.
Some people say 100, but
100's a lot.
I don't think a disc drive costs $100.
Especially just like actually 4K UHD.
It's just a disc drive, dude. Don't get too into it. And
that's this.
Don't do that because it doesn't come out like that. Like
I know it doesn't translate.
Usually it's $50 less.
Okay, wow. These offer too much. All I want is a Blu-ray player. I don't want no ultra Wi-Fi Dolby.
Oh, that's another thing we forgot to mention. Xbox announced that they have Dolby
Atmos.
No, they also have Adobe. Not Atmos. They have Adobe. They have another one.
Oh, they have Dolby Atmos. What are you talking about?
They have another one. Okay, keep talking.
I don't know what I was talking about, but yeah, I mean, PlayStation event this Wednesday. I lost myself now that we're going into this Dolby Atmos talk. Dude, look here, I got you. Dolby Vision.
Dolby Vision. That's what it is.
Because Dolby Vision's coming out in 2021.
That's the next step.
That's the next after Atmos.
So that's gonna help a lot with the. So, but don't get tricked because it doesn't mean that you're going to hear it. The only way you can hear it is if you have the equipment for it. So, 3D, PlayStation's got 3D audio, same thing. Don't be confused.
They're both going to have...
You got to have the equipment for it.
The game side audio ray tracing. Or no, wait, was that PlayStation?
So, what we were talking about is that you have the $300 Xbox Series S. You have the $500 Xbox Series X. So where does the PlayStation fall in between there? Is the PlayStation going to be the same price and then have the $50 less one, which is $450? Or what I'm saying, PlayStation just bites a bullet and says the PlayStation comes out for $450 and the disc less, the one with no disc is $400. That is my opinion. That's what I would do. Is that what they're going to do? No. Prodigy, what do you think? And what do you guys think in the chat?
Yeah, I want to know what you guys want to hear.
What do you want to hear? What you want it to be?
What you guys want it to be. Sorry, but I would go $50 up on your prices. I would say
so same price. The top of the line PlayStation, top of the line Xbox, same price.
Same price.
Disc less, $50 less.
$50.
Okay.
That's what I was saying. I believe that if they do want to come out on top, like they want to be on the game, top of the game again, just like they did this past generation, yes, they would have to bite the bullet for sure. On this one.
So remember on the console races, the company that reaches, I think it's 10 million first, is usually the winner.
Yeah.
So Xbox, if you see, they're very smart because they have two next generation consoles at two different prices. They're going to say, hey, look, we reached 10 million. They're not going to say, hey, 1 million are X's and 9 million are S's. They're just going to say we reached 10 million. And why do they want to reach 10 million? Because they can go to EA, Ubisoft and say, hey, look, we got 10 million. We have a bigger install base than PlayStation. Make your games look better for us, and then dummy it down for them. And usually that's how the system, the PlayStation 4 had so much that companies wanted to work with PlayStation because they had more install base.
Yeah.
So that's basically what happens. So they want to be on top of the race, and that's why they have these 2 units so they can sell a lot of it. And so that's why I think PlayStation needs to be cheaper, because another thing is that we're big gamers. The people that are watching are gamers. But let's say when the non-gamers go to the store and they see a 300, a 500, and they want to buy a console for their kids for Christmas, and they're like, okay, there's a $300 one, there's a $500 one, and these 2 $500 ones, one's a PlayStation, one's an Xbox, and they say, hey, but what's the difference between them? Well, this one's the world's most powerful console, and this one is a little bit weaker. And they're gonna say, but why would I even pay the difference? I'd rather if I'm gonna buy the expensive one, I'm gonna get the best expensive one of the 2. If I'm gonna get cheaper, I'm gonna get the cheapest, which is the S. So that's why I think Xbox is in a good position at the prices of that. The only way PlayStation would win is by being $50 cheaper. This one's cheaper, but it's $50 less. Remember, the people that don't know about gaming are not going to say, oh, the PlayStation has all these first-party games like God of War, this and this. They're just trying to find something to put under their Christmas tree. They're trying to, Billy's, Hanukkah this year, here's a new console. You have the next generation for $300. So that's why I think Sony has to be a little bit cheaper. They cannot be the same, because they'll get into that argument of there's 2 the same price, which one's more powerful?
No, yeah.
Even if there's no games, they'll say, hey, at least we have the Ultimate Pass. The Ultimate Pass has 1,000 games. They're not, they might not be new, but there's still 1,000 games and whatever comes out. So Santana Blue says what?
That the disc version 400 and digital 300 350. That is, to me, that's too low. That's too risky as a marketing standard.
Blue, Sony will kill it.
Of course. But
and
in a practical look
Phil
at
Spencer
it,
on
dude, Phil Spencer
on the event, like, oh my gosh, all my hard work.
I know. No,
I'm telling you,
that's a bit too low.
JJ in the chat room said it before. Oh no, he called me Mr. Mugo. I thought he called me Nostradamus or Kukodamus. I'm telling you, that's the reason why Sony waited. They waited for Xbox to put all their cards down so they could undercut them. And when it happens, Prodigy, you're going to say Kukodamus did it again.
The PS4 was not 300. It was 400, actually, at launch. Then the Pro came out, and then the Slim was down to 300, and then the Pro was 400.
The original price of the PS4 was 400.
Was 400. And hence why Xbox, aside all the other problems, also
was more expensive.
PlayStation beat them there was because Xbox was $100 more expensive.
What's up, Carol?
So I mean,
Carol, if you were gonna buy a console and they're both $500 and the Xbox is more powerful, 20% more, which 20% is a lot.
17.
You said 18. 18 is close to 20.
18. It was 18.
Okay, so
don't round it to 20.
Okay, what would you rather have? Would you rather have $100 or $118?
Oh, but that's different, man. Now we're talking about value when it comes to money.
So both of them are $500. Which one are you buying? He's probably gonna slide to his favorite console, so it's kind of not fair. But yeah, so we have that happening this week. So next Sunday, we're gonna have an action-packed show because we're gonna be able to tell you what the price is. He said buy a PlayStation 4.
Wow,
you got one already.
He's gonna keep it. That's what it is. He's gonna keep it.
So now we got to talk about where are we going to buy these consoles, because GameStop has announced they are going to close 500 to 600 more stores nationwide. I feel so bad that GameStop is just going to the wayside. It's crazy to me that a place that most of us went to buy games. And the funny thing is that everybody made fun of GameStop for the exchange that they did. Like, hey, I got a car full of games. How much would you give me? And they're like, oh, I'll give you, $10 for the car and a nickel for all the games you have inside of it. But I feel bad that they're going out of business, because it's just like when Toys R Us went out of business, like where do I take my kids to see toys? Like Target, Walmart, and they had like one row. Like I used to love taking them to Toys R Us and just like toys all over the place. Same thing with GameStop. Yes, you could go to Target, you could go to Best Buy, and they have the little section of gaming stuff, but it's not the same. I think GameStop kind of failed when they had people that worked at GameStop. Yes, there were some workers that actually cared about gaming and loved gaming, but there was people that worked at GameStop that didn't know. Like I remember walking in sometimes and just asking them, hey, what about this and this? And like, I don't know, I just work here. And I don't think that helped GameStop. But what do you think, Prodigy? 500 to 600 stores going down.
Dude, that is a lot of stores. I don't know. I think there was a couple things that didn't GameStop is hard on, like in the sense of it was hard for them to battle. I think definitely
coronavirus didn't help.
Oh, coronavirus.
Yeah, that didn't help.
Coronavirus.
But I think
remember at the beginning of the coronavirus where they told their employees to bring in their own toilet paper,
their own cleaning stuff. The thing is that I don't know. We always mention how we don't even buy games physically anymore. You know, you don't go into to a store to go buy games physically. At least I don't ever. I buy everything digitally. I don't really like to have the space taken up from like discs and stuff like that. So I mean, I think it's almost like how Amazon is kind of fighting a lot of the world in buying stuff physically, where you could just buy it over the internet. And I think definitely GameStop, even though they would have their also within the stores, they have like the collectibles and all these other things there.
That's what they started doing towards the end.
Yeah,
to try to survive a little bit.
Even then, I just don't think people are buying enough physical games anymore as before.
And it goes to show you, because Xbox is making a discless version. They're making,
these console companies are being confident enough to make a digital version of a console, which that's never happened. So, I mean, people are just not buying physical copies as much as before, and I think that's why it hurt GameStop.
Okay, can I ask you a question? Like, this is a generation question. Like, my generation was a generation of collectors. It started with baseball cards, football cards, comic cards.
Mm-hmm.
Is your generation a generation of collectors? Or since you guys have grown up in this new digital world, like back in the day we had cassettes, tapes, CDs. We had all this physical stuff.
I think that's why you got maybe the install base for people who bought at GameStop, where maybe the older generations of gamers
kind of grew up. And
because none of my friends that I know buy games on disc ever.
Because that's what I'm saying. Like, your generation is not much of a collector generation, right?
Yeah, I guess we don't.
Because remember, back before that, like my old man was collecting records and vinyls and stuff.
Yeah. Or like Hitman as well. He collects the disc versions or guns or collector's editions of Metal Gear of PS4s or PlayStation 3s. And
he's a big time. He has a PlayStation 3 just stored away. That's a Metal Gear one. He doesn't even want to open it because it's a Metal Gear one. And same thing with a PS4. It's so that's what I'm saying. So your generation's less. What about next and these guys? I wonder
next would be in my generation. Nikki, what do you think? That's why Hoarders, the show Hoarders exists.
My thing is, I don't buy this because I'm just lazy.
To me, it's that, and I don't want to have compartments to store. Like, it's just a lot of space if you think about it. If you bought your games in discs, Google, you'll have just stacks like laying out because it's so much. Not just that, but I feel like their pre-owned prices and some of the way they sold stuff, I think was really, really bad.
Sometimes there were times when you would walk in and a pre-owned game was more expensive than the new game.
Than the new game.
It basically goes back to, I think we'll have the same problem with the PlayStation Network and Xbox Live Store. I don't think a game that came out 20 years ago should still be $60.
Absolutely.
I believe it should depreciate. Especially it's a freaking file on a server somewhere. You're just giving me access to.
Yeah, Gonzo's talking about how everything's becoming more digital. People are getting lazier to have to go to GameStop. I mean, if you gotta always, get up, drive, use gas to go to
What
the
if they don't
store.
have it? At least on the PlayStation Network, they have it.
Oh yeah, that too. What if they don't have it in stock? Well, the PlayStation Network has infinite
Drive
downloads.
around, drive to the other one.
Yeah.
Or we could call or find
A
out.
lot of late night gamers can't go buy a game at midnight. That too, and
that's a good point.
buying a disc version of a game still requires you to actually download the game onto the console. It
Now
makes no sense.
the sad thing is, midnight releases for consoles. I remember for the PS3 and the PS4, Xbox One, Xbox 360, we were there like open, boom, 12 o'clock, let's run home and play with the new Xbox 360, Xbox One. Same thing with the PlayStation. Is that going to happen now with this coronavirus? Are we going to be out there with the Best Buy and put the they don't do that with iPhones no more. Remember how when iPhones
they didn't.
They still do that now?
Well, not now because of this.
No, but last year, did people wait in line? Like, I remember, like,
I don't
people,
think the craze is
people would get paid to sit in line.
Yeah,
is what I meant. Are people still paying, or is it died down?
I think it died down.
I think a lot of people just buy it online and just get it shipped to their house. I know JJ, freaking Steve Jobs.
Which GameStop was it that we went to for the PlayStation?
Highly Gardens.
Yeah, the one that closed down. Like
all the ones that we used to buy.
Okay,
down.
no, but that one was one of the first near the radius of the house.
Yeah,
right?
the one that was over there by
Dang,
David's house.
Dang, that was crazy.
JJ is one that Steve Jobs calls him and says, "Hey, we got your phone shipped to you already." Because he gets his like
Steve Jobs for real?
In
the flesh?
from the grave.
In the flesh.
What's the guy's name now? I forgot now. Oh crap. The guy that took over.
Tom Cook. Tim
Cook.
Tim Cook.
Tim Cook sends email to JJ. Hey,
your Apple product is ready.
Dude, there's JJ will show up with a new iPhone. I'm like, dude, they came out already. he gets. I don't know how he does it, but he gets. But same thing. So it's kind of sad that we're gonna miss out on that whole.
Hey, who knows? We got our man Lord Infamous at Best Buy.
Okay, but
maybe we could do a curbside pickup,
like a midnight
Buy.
curbside pickup. Go from there to Taco Bell and get some tacos.
Oh, dude!
Which reminds me, Taco Bell is giving away an Xbox Series X.
Damn! So this time Taco Bell took
and
the
guess
Xbox
what? Guess what? If you use Monster, you go buy Monster energy drinks, you get experience points for Halo. At some point when the game comes out, we don't know when the game.
We don't know yet, but you can start stacking up on monsters.
You can start stacking on. Some
for all those
points.
well, actually, you don't know what that is. But never mind.
But going from one multiplayer Halo to another one,
COD.
I'm telling you, it is something else. COD Cold War. They have released a trailer so we can enjoy, so our pupils can have an orgasmic reaction. Because this, is this a movie? Is this a show? Is this just CG? Is this the actual game that I'm looking at? What is happening on the screen right now? Whatever it is orgasmic. I
don't know, but all of this I know looks amazing. It was captured on the PS5, which also adds
a little bit of whipped cream to the.
Also some what's it called, bro? How do I say some evidence to show showcase some of the power of the PS5.
So this is some of these scenes happen in Miami. It looks so gorgeous.
Dude.
I can't wait to play this game. It looks so good. It's the sound and realism that it shows. I'm excited for this Cold War.
Are you sure you're excited for this?
I am. I wasn't at first. COD Cold War. It seems interesting, but just a lot of people like, oh, I love video games because of gameplay, story, graphics don't mean anything. I'm sorry, but I'm a graphics guy.
You want to be. You want to play a game that looks nice.
I want that Last of Us to me was a game that looks really nice. Ghost of Tsushima looks really nice, but I want a game that looks so good that I can be immersed in it. I don't care if it's Borderlands 3 with the cell shading. I like Borderlands 3 cell shading, and it looks really nice. It's it doesn't look all janky and stuff. That's what I want. I want
just
some
doesn't
smoothness.
look. It looks polished.
Now, are they gonna go for 120 FPS? Because that would be smooth as butter and look like this in 4K. Dude, next generation, why don't you get here now?
Honestly, I'm excited. To be honest, am I gonna get this day one? I still am not a big COD fan.
Yeah, you will.
No, I won't. unless I somehow magically arrives from the sky. But I'm not a huge COD guy. Even I was hesitant to get Modern Warfare. I only got it because we knew there was no Battlefield this year, and we weren't gonna get any modern Battlefield soon. And the time I heard that COD is going to real guns, nice
So last
boots
year
on
we
the
didn't
ground.
get a Battlefield, and we're not gonna get a Battlefield this year either.
No, remember
Dude,
that's those crazy
2 years
years.
of no Battlefield.
2 years of no Battlefield.
Are we gonna get one next year?
What do you mean? Like the year after that?
Yeah, like next year, 2021. Are we gonna get a Battlefield?
Remember those were some rumors we were speculating of a modern Battlefield coming out next year.
Dang, dude, that's crazy.
Dude,
2 whole
imagine-
years.
Everyone always I think you kind of hate on me, but dude, if they upgrade the Frostbite engine and they make a Battlefield for next gen, bro, that would
This looks so good, dude.
nice. Dude, this is Treyarch, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
Treyarch's for Black Ops, they did a great job. The way it looks, they did carry over some stuff from Modern Warfare. They're bringing the gunsmith from Modern Warfare with the
They
five.
have to bring some stuff because Warzone is huge.
I
saw zombies at the end.
Nazi zombies got teased here too, which I honestly like these zombies more than I didn't like the ones where they from like Black Ops 3 and on. I played them. I didn't really like the one in Black Ops 4 either. So I mean, also that's a whole other level of content that you're gonna get there as well with this Call of Duty. This is gonna
but what I was gonna say, there has to be a little bit of carryover for because Warzone's huge. Warzone's big.
So
right now.
Warzone, I don't remember what they said, but I think it's a whole map change. The whole map is gonna be changed. It's not gonna be Verdansk anymore. Either that or gonna have rotations. I don't know how that's gonna work, but all the skins and stuff you bought from
carryover
from Modern Warfare are gonna carry over to Warzone for this one.
That's big.
So that's good. You don't have to rebuy skins, or you're not gonna lose your skins, or you don't have to play on the Modern Warfare Warzone to play with the skins that you already bought. So it's gonna be carried over.
All I want is my tracers.
Oh, dude, yes, I want my tracer rounds.
My thing is why hasn't other games stolen the tracer rounds?
You love the freaking tracer rounds.
I do. When Apex had the paintball gun on the Spitfire, I was like, yes.
We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. When am I gonna have 301 with my blue bullets or your green bullets beaming out of there?
Dude.
When am I gonna have Rampart?
But let's be honest. There's nothing better than killing somebody with tracer rounds, seeing their body and all your like green or blue, whatever color, just flaring on their body, and you're like, yep. You know what? I marked my territory.
Yep. So I mean, so we already knew the launch date for COD Cold War. It's coming out November 13th, which is smack in the middle of both of the dates of the release of the big consoles. That's gonna be on that Friday.
And
actually,
I think COD already put their flag on the PlayStation 5, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So we're probably most likely gonna see COD again go through with PlayStation in this generation, kind of how they did on the PS4 when they came out with Black Ops 3. They're probably gonna go through with it as well on PlayStation.
And I remember most of the
being supported.
EA games were PlayStation too. The only one that
Battlefront was.
Battlefront, yeah.
Battlefield, the Star Wars stuff. Oh no, that's a lie. Jedi Fallen Order was Xbox.
Yeah.
Battlefield was Xbox. Battlefront was PlayStation. For both games, the first one and the second one. So we'll see. I honestly still think Battlefield, if they're gonna come out next year, is still gonna be Xbox.
Because originally Battlefield was a PlayStation one.
Yeah.
And so
then
we're
moved
back
over back in. I forgot which game they switched over, but yeah. So I mean, great multiplayer reveal. I mean, we're gonna have classic Black Ops gameplay, stuff like that.
And I'm sure they're gonna reveal more stuff before the game comes out.
Yeah.
And they also,
especially zombies. I think that tease.
They also announced that they're gonna have an early access beta too. So I guess if you pre-order early, you get the access code. So we're gonna.
But there's also gonna be an open beta as well. So
now,
try it out.
The only thing I don't like about the COD War is their way of selling the game. So if you buy it for the PlayStation 4 or Xbox Series X, for some reason there's no smart delivery. It got retarded with Activision. All of a sudden Activision said, you know what? We're gonna make your smart delivery retarded delivery. So if you buy
dumb delivery.
Oh, sorry. Is that a word that we're not supposed to use?
Professionalism. I've been
Okay.
learning this in my SLS class.
Okay, so if you want to upgrade, you have to buy the game upright,
Yep.
which is
Sorry to cut you off and super random. Quick note: Borderlands is actually getting smart delivery
on both systems.
on both systems. So now continue.
Can we just stop calling it smart delivery? Because they're not smart delivering anything. It's just
porting.
We
It's
can,
a
yeah,
upgrade.
we-
No,
we-
actually, let's call it upgrade.
Yeah, we
it's
can
upgrade.
get the company to upgrade it for free, or we can get the company to upgrade it for free.
Yeah.
So
We only said smart delivery as a joke because
because
Xbox
they
that
use it.
one day Xbox
Well,
was
they
like
keep using
smart delivery.
They keep using it.
That's because all the news people that we like to, where we get it, like, when we read around and stuff, we keep reading that.
It's like, dude, come on, stop calling it then. So Activision said no smart delivery for you, no free upgrades. You have to buy the game upright again if you guys want it. So right there, this kind of like, hey, do I buy it for the next generation, or should I wait?
If whoever's listening in the sky happens to drop down COD Cold War, I want it for the PS5. Thank you.
I'll wait the week to get it for the new
I
console.
absolutely will wait the week.
Instead of you paying $140, buying it for one and then
Yeah.
buying it again.
Yeah.
I'd rather wait the week and get
The best version that I want.
Yeah,
I want to play on the
you
best.
could even get the deluxe PS5 version and still save
Mhm.
money, and then you get the season pass and all that stuff, or the battle pass.
Oh yeah, they haven't announced how they're gonna do it, but yeah. So that was a cool reveal. We're probably gonna see more, like Kuko mentioned, probably zombies later on, throughout until we get closer to launch date.
Now, before you continue, on the PlayStation event, do they just say, "Hey, PlayStation 5, boom, price, date, boom, hey, everybody, have a nice day,"
Peace.
or do they say, "Hey, this is what you can play"?
This
and
is
it
what you
show-
can play, and not gonna lie, I want to see some pricing on the hardware. I want to see camera pricing, what it can do. I want to see headset
Also,
pricing.
you want to see them
what it
go
can
in depth
do?
with the accessories.
Yes, what the headset can do. And I
Good.
think those are the two biggest success. I mean, the charging stand, we know what a charging stand does.
But camera, you're very important
But
for
yeah.
at least for streamers like us, stuff like that.
So,
for VR.
going into some of the stuff for the UI, maybe new features, that would be very interesting. I don't want to get my hopes up because maybe they are just gonna pull like an Xbox, just show off the console and the price, date, and that's it. But
I hope not.
games
I hope
for
it-
sure. They gotta show games or something.
I hope they show
So.
some stuff.
So that's gonna be very important as well. So we're going into the plays of the week.
Wait up.
And that's the way the news goes.
Now we're going to go into the plays of the week. Remember, you guys can submit your clips at gamebrossclips@gmail.com. Which, dang, Nikki, have you made the command for that? But gamebrossclips@gmail.com. Every Sunday, we get to showcase your clips, so you guys email us at that email. So we just want to show you guys off, the fans watching. So you guys can email the link of the YouTube video or Twitter video or whatever it is to that email, or if you want, also send the video through the email as well. We have one submission this week from our boy Retro. We know him for having our Rocket League clips, hitting off the roof and all that stuff. But this time, he took a different approach and decided to submit a little Fall Guys clip here.
What?
So,
Fall Guys.
This is DoorDash, where if you know the doors that are real or fake,
Yeah.
he ends up being first place in this mode.
What? He aced the doors? Like he hit
Look
every
at-
single
look at
door?
this. Watch. Just keep watching. He's just plowing through the entire level up in first place, having no worries in his life.
Oh my goodness, dog. He guessed right. Well, all the doors right in front of him were the doors.
Look at that.
He didn't have to guess.
He didn't have to move.
He just went straight.
And he did his little emote right before first place to get that trophy, and boom.
What do you
There.
mean do the emote?
If there's a trophy where you have to emote when you're in first place and still get first place in the game.
Oh. Didn't
So
know
so
that.
that's why he did a little quick thumbs up at the end and ran in there to make sure he got
Thumbs
first
up,
place.
let's do this. Leroy Jenkins.
But yeah, I told him he had hacks on. I don't know how he guessed every single door correctly, even though they were all in front of him. I mean, your mind could have said,
Yeah,
go to the
like-
left.
Yeah, like halfway, I would have been like,
I would have been like,
this
this
can't
is
be
weird.
too good. This can't be just go straight
Go
completely. Like you have to. Your brain will say, "Kuko, you're not this lucky in your life. Go left or right this time." and I would have face planted and probably ended up losing, not qualifying.
Everyone
I would
would
have trampled.
Everyone
It would have been like Black Friday in Walmart.
Dude, that's what these doors look like. When everyone finds the one correct door, everyone's
Yeah,
starts
because
going
in the Black Friday at the freaking honey baked ham store, and they were just going crazy.
But yeah, so that was.
It
a clip
is
from our
sad
boy
that,
Retro.
that Black Friday became a video game called Fall Guys.
Talking about Friday. Talking about Black Friday, are we gonna have one this year? How's that gonna work?
Everybody's gonna be trampling each other on the internet. It's like, no, Susie, I don't know what
They're
you're
bidding
Karen.
first and
Karen.
reserving spots. Oh yeah, I want to speak to the tech manager. Why am I not in the front of the line?
Why is my server slowing down? I'm trying to buy them new Xbox Series X. Did you say S, ma'am, or X? X, S, 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 whatever.
Whatever it is,
V.
my kid needs it. They're screaming, going crazy.
Tossing tables and crap.
Oh my goodness.
And then
But yeah, we don't want it.
That's too
My
loud.
ears were experiencing the song.
I think you know what it is? I think we need to turn down the audio from the computer.
Yes. Okay, now we're gonna go into the games out this week.
I see a big list.
Yes, we're gonna get into that.
Dude, I'm excited for some of these.
Mm-hmm. Going into the first one, we got BPM.
What the heck does
And
BPM
no,
stands for?
That's not NordVPN for some of you internet gurus, but
The what VPN?
NordVPN, which I kind of want to get a sponsorship from them, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, I need to
Going
know what
into
the heck that is.
BPM, it's called bullets per minute because this game is a beat-oriented FPS. Think of it as almost like a Doom. There's roguelike dungeon
I remember
levels.
them talking about this at E3 nonstop.
No.
Oh, that's a different.
That's a different, crappier looking version than this one. This one looks more interesting.
I thought it was a Doom with music, a rhythm-based Doom game. Is that so? That's not.
Did
this
I
one
not
then.
see this then?
Is this a rhythm-based music Doom game?
That's basically what it is.
But the other one you had to
You
play
like-
to the music.
Yeah, you reload on the bullet. You have to on the bullet. Wow, you have to reload on the beat, shoot on the beat, jump on the beat.
Yeah, that's the game that
dodge,
they kept
dash.
showing like a million times.
Oh, really? I never saw this game. Well, if you want to play a music-oriented FPS, you can on the 15th. Coming
the
out
PC.
on PC first, but I think the console versions are coming out as well later. Price is going to be upon release because Steam, for some reason, does not give the prices until they release, which is kind of stupid. All you could do is add it to your wish list. But you guys can
I
pick
never
it up.
understood that.
Me neither.
Like, let's put a video and set up a page,
Why
for
would you
this
not want to
game.
pre-order for it? Like, why would you not have people pick it up?
or at least tell people what the price is gonna be.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm like, oh, I like this game. Oh, it's $10. Okay, I will pick up
I
this
will
game
buy this game from
when
your
it
store.
comes out.
Yeah, I agree.
Just an idea. 2020.
Going on to the next game, which has been announced for 2 years already and finally coming out.
Did you ever play the first one?
No, I actually did not.
Okay.
I think I downloaded it on my Vita, but I never got to play it.
I play it on my Vita all the time.
Yeah. So Spelunky 2 coming out on the 15th as well on PS4. Yeah, Spelunky 2. I mean,
I'm
it's
excited.
Spelunky 1, but upgraded.
Yeah.
It does look good though. I do like the way they did the art style here. If I wasn't mistaken, the first one was a bit more pixelated oriented.
Just a little bit.
oriented.
Yeah.
This one seems kind of nice looking. You know, you
It's kind of like
so
if you
the
were comparing
3D
8-bit to 16-bit.
yeah, around there, but
Yeah, it looks
little
good,
higher.
a little better.
yeah. There's gonna have online multiplayer and
Yeah.
multiplayer, so that's I don't know if that.
Why don't they
that
do a
was in the first one.
Spelunky battle royale? Just putting it out there. Just have a bunch of people trying to mine through a mine.
That's like
See which one survives, which one dies last.
it's not a bad idea.
Dude,
actually.
they're doing a Mario one like that called Mario's
okay, but
36
Mario's
or
running
Mario 35. What was it? Mario 35? 35th anniversary?
35th anniversary edition or something like that.
No, this is running too. You're running through a cave.
Yeah, I guess whoever can mine out the quickest, I guess. Yeah, I agree. So yeah, you guys can get that on the 15th on PlayStation. Next game, which DJ Fuego and I had a thorough investigation on, Because tell me what this game looks like to you.
F-Zero.
No. Well, close, but no.
Wipeout?
Yes. Look at it. It is Wipeout.
I saw it. I had seen it prior.
Okay, it is literally Wipeout.
Which was F-Zero back in the day.
Yeah, that's why I said close. Even in the trailer, they mentioned how this is if you want a Wipeout sequel, you have it. I'm like, okay. Which my bad. Oh, Spelunky doesn't have a price yet. All right, I have the list here. Never mind. I was gonna ask you, but
I
Going
told
into
you the story
Pacer.
about Wipeout, right? And Richard.
how you screwed him out of buying the game. Yes.
Yeah, have I ever told the story on the show?
Yes, you have. Like
Okay.
twice. You never. That's a story to always have in the books. You know, that's a great story.
I feel now that I think back about it, I'm like, damn, I feel so bad that I did that to my brother.
But yeah, so if you guys want a Wipeout,
And then Bastion does it to Kalel, so like Chris is like, oh look what he's doing to Kalel. I'm like, I kind of did that to
so yeah, Pacer coming out on the 17th on everything except the Switch. So I mean, for those who
The
don't
Switch can't
have,
handle this.
oh, apparently not. So for those who don't have PlayStation, get this. For those who do, get the Omega Collection. There's no need to buy this. How much do you think it costs? Or do you believe?
$30,
10 higher.
40.
40.
Okay.
Not
But
that bad.
at least it's new tracks, new developer, new
yeah.
hopefully new weapons, new dynamics, new
Yeah.
drifting.
Some of the weapons were kind of the same. Probably is different weapons, of course, different mobility and stuff like that.
I know I'm gonna check it out.
Okay,
Because,
but
love
I don't
Wipeout.
know. I'll stick with my free Wipeout Omega collection that I got from PlayStation Plus. Other than that, you can. I think Wipeout Omega collection goes on sale a lot of the time. It's
Yeah,
pretty
for
cheap.
like $5.
And it's worth it. It has every Wipeout game. And then the VR mode, which I love playing in VR. It's awesome. Whatever. Sorry, I'm vouching for what they.
So is
what they
Omega.
So the reason, I was gonna tell you, the
Wipeout
reason we
giving you a
went into
check?
investigation is because we thought that a piece of
The developing
the
crew?
developing crew split off and are like, we're gonna make this, and they kind of made the Wipeout. But no, we thoroughly investigated it. It's just some guy from London that decided to design this game.
Well, isn't the old studio in London?
Yeah, that's why I said this is probably where they had.
Maybe what it was is somebody
design.
that was like my brother that was a little kid and loved
And
Wipeout, and
exactly.
then like when I grow up, I'm gonna make a better one.
Yeah, absolutely. No hate in the game. So yeah,
From one
Pacer.
racer to another.
We got Mini Motor Racing X. So if you want to race with mini motors and not anti-grav spaceships, you can.
When I was little, there was these things called micro machines, and basically they were you had your Hot Wheels cars, and then you had mini versions of those cars,
Mm-hmm.
and people would collect them back to collections. So that probably reminds me. Oh look, they had freaking Rocket League.
Oh yeah, they're playing soccer with their cars. This game.
Oh, and it has VR support.
Yeah, PlayStation VR support. The thing is that I think this game
50
has
tracks.
come out on PlayStation
And this is
already, and this is coming out on the Switch. This is coming out on the Switch this week on 9/17.
when they mean what this trailer is a PlayStation one.
Yeah.
So don't expect VR support on the Switch version.
Yeah. Sorry. Definitely don't expect that. Look at the VR for support. That's pretty interesting. You see how it is?
Yeah.
We're all in our bodily forms and we're controlling it as an RC car.
Yeah, like if you're playing with toys.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Interesting.
We're gonna download it.
We're
We're gonna download it and play it in the
Dude,
studio.
I'm still sad that we never got to play Sports Bar VR, man. Remember we were gonna play that together.
Let's play it.
We never played freaking Firewall, man.
Let's
We played
should
Rainbow
play it.
Six
we
VR, man.
We need to play it before we upgrade to the next generation of consoles.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys can
I
pick
got
up.
my arm back, so now I could actually play VR.
That's right. So we got Mini Motor Racing. If you guys want to pick it up on the 17th for the Switch for $20. Next we got WWE 2K.
You skipped one.
Oh crap! Crisis.
Remastered.
Here it is. I was gonna put it. Crisis Remastered. If I'm not mistaken, I was a bit young, so I don't remember much. But was this the game that made PCs or consoles blow up at the time?
Well, PCs.
PCs just cook.
Yeah.
Was it that advanced?
Apparently it was. It was the graphical power was too much for some PCs to run it.
So here we're looking at like
so
a tech
this was when it did come
comparison.
to console. The original Crysis was an Xbox exclusive. Crysis 2 came to PlayStation and Xbox.
Interesting.
So this will be the first time if you've been a strictly PlayStation player, it's the first time you're gonna get to play the original Crysis.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in the second Crysis, you actually play as a different person that gets a suit.
Yeah. This we're looking at the tech demo that they show off here of like the comparisons from before and after. I mean, this game's pretty old, but
Yeah.
still, it looks damn good how they changed and definitely upgraded the game. Now, this is what I call a remaster. Ubi. Sorry. I didn't mean to say that.
Yeah.
That offends some people.
And I like the upgrade. I can't wait to see how the game actually runs and seeing it in HDR and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Ray traced reflections. That's crazy. Yeah. Amazing. Going to... that's coming out on everything except the Switch, of course. The Switch would freaking blow up. It's $30, by the way.
Oh, that's not bad.
Coming out on the 18th of September.
Okay.
So, I mean, dude, half of 60 and 30. It's a good price.
I think that's what remasters should cost.
Should cost around there. Yeah, I agree. So after that, now we're getting into what I mentioned was WWE 2K Battlegrounds. So I'm guessing this is the over top kind of wacky.
Going back, remaster is just a step up, and remake is a complete makeover, right?
Yeah.
So this is remastering.
This is what they consider remaster because I guess they
It's just a
changed
small-
textures,
Yeah,
they
it's a
changed
small
lighting.
bump up, and not a whole remaking of a game. So
Yeah, because like you think of how they remade Final Fantasy.
yeah.
The game wasn't like that originally.
Yeah.
They completely remade it.
So
from the
that's why
ground
they
up.
consider this a remaster because
Yeah.
it's just a graphical bump up.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we have WWE 2K Battlegrounds coming out on the 18th. This is coming out on everything you could think of, even the Stadia. So, good kudos to them. Coming out on.
It's kind of like 2K Playground, the basketball game.
but wrestler version, right?
Yeah.
So
It's kind of like over the top arcade. I think that all the wrestling games should be like this because, sorry to all the fanboys, it's not real. It's all fake.
So why not just go crazy with it?
Just might as well go crazy and not try to make a sim wrestling game.
Absolutely agree. How much?
I think it's a lot funner to have like a beat 'em up like this. Like I think my kids will like to play this and would play this over playing a sim. And plus, remember last time they tried to make a wrestling sim?
Did we talk about last time?
Oh, that game did not exist. Right?
It was almost like the what's it called? Like the Madden hashtags. What we had it for
no Monopoly
for 2K. So yeah, that's gonna be out on everything for $40.
Oh, okay.
Coming out this
Not
week.
a bad price.
Now the next game, Guko.
Oh, I couldn't wait.
We might get flagged for this, but come on.
No. You gotta put it up on the.
No, too bad.
No.
We're gonna get flagged for it anyway. I saw last week's video. We managed to get flagged for the green screen. It's a me, Mario. Terrible impression, but you want to grab his nose, man. Come on, you don't want to do that again?
We got
Just like
flagged
the-
last time.
just like
for the green screen?
Yeah, Nintendo's ruthless. We always mention it. But yeah, dude, you don't want to grab Mario's 64-bit or like 3D looking.
How can they grab the
Yes.
algorithm to have you?
Goku, you're still on this, bro?
Yeah, dude. Like I'm still amazed. Like how do they know?
I don't know. YouTube is weird, man. They know everything. They know everything, especially Nintendo and Disney. They don't
Okay,
hold
take it off
any,
before we get.
they don't hold any horses.
They get the point. All the old Nintendo games are coming to the Switch.
Yeah, for $60.
Yeah, you can get all of
the
them.
18th.
All three of them. All the old ones. The 64, the Mario Sunshine, and
So no remasters?
no, they're not touching them. They're just
So it's the same games.
yeah, they're just porting them over.
Awesome, man. I'm so
You can
excited.
even see the black on the sides on the 64 version.
Yes. Oh, look at that. I love having my widescreen on my Switch so I can play a game that cuts it off for me. Continuing, we have the game
But
that
these games are amazing. You can never play a platformer like this.
Never.
Nobody
Never.
makes
Nothing
a
can
platformer.
beat this. Okay.
Yeah.
So going on to the next one, we have Earth Defense Force 5.
Oh my God, they're still making these games.
No, Kuko, this is the same one. It never came out.
Oh, they took it back to the drawing board.
This is Defense Force 5, the one that we mentioned almost a year, I think a year and more ago, back in like maybe May of last year or June. This year, 2022. Well,
so
that's
this
the year
is
of the game.
gonna happen two years from now.
This is gonna happen in 2 years from now. So we got Corona. This is gonna be that's like the expert level, expert difficulty.
So coronavirus was setting up the alien invasion
Yep. Oh, dude.
of roaches, apparently.
I don't know. Whatever. Earth Defense. If you guys want to defend,
My thing
Earth.
is one sold so good, two sold so well, three sold so well, four, and they say, you know what? Let's make a Penti.
I don't want to say it worked well. I think they failed all the other times, and they're like, let's try one more time.
This will be the time.
This will be the one. If third time isn't the charm,
fourth time.
fourth and the fifth.
We were close
We were almost there.
because I've played two, and it was garbage.
I'm sorry. This looks like
Or is this
like
is
a PS2 game.
Is this like a Sharknado scenario? Like they have Sharknado 7 and people watch it because it's like
It's
we know
a
it's-
joke.
yeah,
like
we
we know it's
know
bad.
yeah.
You know what? Actually, maybe. I just look at the game, dude. Ants falling down.
It
and
just
there's
doesn't look. It just the
it
game's not
looks
fun.
so. It just. It's not that. It's not just that. It's that. It's like you got a bunch of stuff and you're like, boom, we're gonna make it work, and
just
it
gonna
just
throw
doesn't
it
work.
on there?
It just just throw it on there. That's what it looks like to me. They drop ants. They drop jellyfish. I don't know. It's a bunch of weird things. But if you guys want to defend the Earth from a bazillion weird random things, you guys can
first defend it from the coronavirus.
for $60.
What?
Yes.
The audacity, the cojones on these guys
To release a game like this
for 60
that
bucks.
looks like this. Looks like a PS2 game. I'm sorry, but that was
When you
supposed to be
can
the
get-
killer
when
review,
you can
so
get
I'm killing it.
3 games, 10 out of 10 games. How much is the price of that 10 out of 10 trio of games?
$60 as well.
See, look at that, $60, bang for your buck. $20
I'll
a
keep
game.
I'll keep a 30 and then spend the 30 on Crisis Remastered because that looks amazing. So yeah, those are the games you guys can pick up with your hard-earned cash from this week. And now we're gonna move on to the reviews, which is one singular review.
So we're actually going to talk about a seasonal update, right?
Yes.
Of a
Seasonal
game
upgrade.
that we love. We see the gang of friends
Oops.
here.
Oops, I switched before you said that. But
You know,
there.
gang of friends. Oh my gosh, we killed Bandit.
Yo, Bandito Dorito, he just died. He said,
Took
"I'm
a nose
committing."
dive off of the D2D.
Off of the D2D board.
So we love Rainbow Six here. We've been outing it since the freaking beta. Except Hitman. Hitman hated the beta, but then loved the game when it came
Yep.
out. So they actually gave us a new update, which is the biggest update in the history of Rainbow Six Siege, I would say.
No.
No?
No.
No, they changed a lot of stuff.
Yes, but we're missing some key points. Some
What?
key
No,
updates.
but updates from which update prior to this one was bigger?
Okay, wait. Actually, let's start here. What do you mean by bigger? There's
Like, the
either
biggest
content
changes.
added or biggest biggest changes.
And content
There's been
added.
a lot.
Dude, they added.
been a lot.
Okay, so let's talk about this one. This is why I'm saying it's the biggest. They added 2.0 ping 2.0,
Okay.
which pings different items, different cameras, different gadgets, even players. They added the mini breaching system now, which
Okay.
we didn't have before.
Mhm.
They also added a bunch of upgrades to the characters. They also added a new character, which is Zero, which is my boy, my new attacking operator. They added a bunch of new stuff. They added a map rework. The only thing they added was just one operator when they normally add two. I don't
Mhm.
even think Operation Health did as much as they did with this one.
wouldn't say that. Only because I think the one-step matchmaking and all that did help Rainbow a lot in the long run when they did it in Operation Health. I mean, I would only say that
they added
they compensated for the lack of an operator.
I haven't finished. They added new ability for you to change your radicals.
Wait, you're
they
right.
They added a bunch of new sights.
The sights.
And that completely changed the
It changes the way you play with your guns, dude. Yeah, you're right.
Go wins
I
again.
think they.
Wow! Congratulations!
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna lower my
the reaction to Prodigy every time I press anything on this soundbar.
I'm definitely tweaking it this next week. But yeah, I mean, you're right. I guess they compensated for the lack of an operator with a lot of the stuff they added. I think a lot of changes. You're right.
They also
the
changed,
reinforcement pool
that's
changed.
What I was gonna say too.
They added map banning and ranked, which that's gonna be crazy. The sight change is very big. The different sensitivities for console users is really big.
For
and
people
helpful.
with their eyesight, color blindness,
they had an
whatever
accessibility section for it. So you're right. There has been a good amount of changes this season, I guess, for the lack of an extra operator to play with and different mechanics to play with.
They had a new gun.
They added a new gun for Zero, which is good. Finally.
First time in a long time.
Yeah, actually. Yeah, last time what I would say is a sniper, and that was Kali, I think. But yeah, I mean that's good. I think from we played the first impressions we actually got were in our customs. Let's start with I guess piece by piece. Mm-hmm. So first let's start with operator. So Zero, what do you think about Zero? Well, actually let's. If you want, explain what he can do. Actually,
I love Zero. I think he's a very big game change. Is he a 10 out of 10? I would say no. I think he's a 9 out of 10.
Okay, still up there.
Okay, so what he does, he brings the Argus weapon, and what the Argus does is it shoots a camera that can penetrate a penetratable wall or floor. So if the wall's penetratable as far as breaking it, wood, things like that, even reinforced is still penetratable through a breaching. Anything that you can breach, he could put his camera through. If you can't breach it, the camera will go on it but won't go through it. Mm-hmm. So there's concrete floors that you can't breach, right?
Yeah.
You could shoot your Argus weapon there, and it would the camera would deploy upward. But if it was a breakable surface, it would penetrate through and would stick out of the bottom of it. Mm-hmm. Or if you're shooting it upward, it will go up through it. Yeah. And what it lets you do is have a camera, which we always talk about Rainbow Six being an information game. That the more information, the more information you could give out to your friends. Your squad mates, the better it is. Mm-hmm. And the second thing is that he can shoot out gadgets with it. Every Argus camera brings one shot, basically like Twitch's little Twitch thing. He carries, I think it's 4 of them or 5 of them. So he carries 4 of them. So it gives you a chance to anti-bandit trick people. It lets you, kill bandits, mutes, stuff like that. The only thing I don't like is the Argus weapons sensitivity is freaking crackhead levels. And not just that it moves super fast. When you want to fine tune it, it does the whole thing where let's say I'm aiming at a person's head. And okay, I'm off to the right a little bit. Oh, I'm off to the left a little bit. I'm off to the right. Like you can't smoothly get to the head. Like it just kind of hops.
The dead zone is really sensitive, where you can move your at least for console users that are playing with controller, you move your stick a little bit, and that thing goes all the way to the max.
So there's sometimes you're trying to line up a shot to take out a bandit, a bandit, a mute, or even shooting out the mirror glass so it can drop. And you're there for an hour trying to, line up the shot. And then, boom, they shoot your Argus on. You're like, damn, dude. Or you think you got the shot lined up. It happened to me twice. I'm like, I got it lined up. Shoot. I'm like, dude, how did I miss?
Yeah.
And
yeah, dude.
That's the only thing I don't like.
Such a frustration.
I love his gun. I love it because the recoil's not a lot. And,
I think damage is pretty consistent, too, on that gun. it's good. It doesn't seem OP whatsoever, but I think it's also pretty well balanced in the sense of it's not super all over the place or too fast or anything like that. His other secondary is the MP7, which again, this is another time that we see an SMG going into attacker, which is different. But if you like the MP7, for those who are actually good with it, I personally don't like it. I'm gonna stick with the S.
FAMAS?
No. What's it called in real life? Isn't it F2000?
Yeah,
That's what it's called in real life. Because they have some weird SCK 300,000. I don't know. Something like that. Whatever. So Zero, I think the
handgun's really good too.
yeah, that's the American one, the USG. What I like about him is that they did a very well choice with not giving him any more shots on his Argus.
Yeah.
Because he's meant for information, but has to happen to have an ability to also take out gadgets. And I think one per camera is good. He has 4 cameras, more than enough. So I think they did a very well. They did a good job balancing.
And I think that on the defender's point of view, the Argus is noticeable enough. Like when we were doing our match, I was trying to. It was you 1-on-1 basically, me and you. I was outside of Canal, and I'm like, and Jimbo was on the other side, and so was someone else.
Gonzo.
So I'm trying to spot you so I can
help them out.
Relay the information, but also to help me out. So I know, okay, do I jump in now? Where's he looking? Which way is facing? So I shot the Argus, and as soon as it deployed, boom, you shot it out. I'm like, let me try again. Let me try from a different spot. And you were able to find it and pinpoint it and shoot it out quick.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing, because if it's too small, then it's too much. It's too much.
I thought it was gonna be really small before it came out. I thought it was gonna be like, dude, if this thing's small, it's gonna be annoying because you could poke one through like a secret spot in the room. Yeah. And no one's ever going to see it.
But at the same time, it is like it happened when Jimbo was on your team. That we won the first match.
Jimbo was never on my team.
Yeah, he was.
Jimbo was never on my team?
He had to be because I went against Jimbo.
Or that's when you were on my team.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense.
It was us.
It makes sense that he was never on your team but was against me at one time. So when we were going against them and they were in house, and you were trying to do the ace. So I shot it from the bottom up, and I was able to see him take out his bandits, and he had no idea because he didn't know what to look for, because if he would have known what to look for, he could have shot him out.
Yeah.
So I like that. I like the
Which random question. When I tried doing it in the Breakfast Club against you guys, who was the one shooting it out? That was you on the hatchback. I'm like, dude, there's only one person that could know where that damn camera spot is. Because I shot 2 of them, and you got them both.
And I was trying to shoot you through the hatch to the window, but I don't think the angle works for either one.
You almost actually had me.
Oh, yeah? Okay,
you almost had it.
You almost had me, too. I just saw like.
Oh yeah, I started shooting. We both. I tried making a hole so I could shoot it all the way to the roof in the room.
Oh, okay.
But it never went through.
I like the 3 dots too because it's like an homage to his glasses.
Hey, I like all the different homages this season. It's very nice.
I don't like his skins, like the alternate skins that they gave you. Like they have this all orange one.
Dude,
I'm like
so
that guy is not a Splinter Cell suit.
Dude, his elite better be young. Sam Fisher.
When will we get that? There's still like 50 other characters that need to get.
I know Dokubi just came out with hers,
and a lot of people don't like it.
What?
A lot of people don't like Dokubi's elite.
Oh, I think it's okay. I like the way she looks, sort of. I just don't like. I don't know
the dancing, the
raving
theme.
Thing. I know it's like K-pop, K-hip hop, whatever type of stuff, but whatever. So yeah, Zero. I mean,
and he has a claymore and
he has a claymore.
Grenades.
And grenades, which grenades are good. I like the grenades from my personal
I love the new breaching charge thing.
Now we're gonna go into changes.
So you know,
Zero, good addition. I think great addition. Pretty balanced too. I don't see major nerfs coming in any way, fashion, or form, like some prior operators from before.
That you're like it has to right now.
Yeah.
Get done.
So I think definitely. I think great addition to the game. Can't wait to play more with him. You probably were dying to play with him as well more. So yeah, operator, great job.
Also the charms for this season's ranks, I love them. I love them so much that I'm actually gonna play ranked when I love Rainbow, but I'm not a ranked guy. But this time around, I want to get one of those charms.
Yeah, it looks really really nice. So you mentioned
Okay, so we're gonna go 2.0, or we're gonna go.
We're gonna go with additions that are the base game changes, like with the pool. Okay, so reinforcement pool change. What do you think of that?
I like it. I love it because we play with people like Riddle. That is Riddle's so good. We should clip this. Riddle's so good that she hates reinforcing. So she would run around and just like, oh, I'm gonna start what's it called? Roaming. I'm gonna start roaming and I don't need to put reinforcements, but I suck. So I love reinforcing because for me, reinforcement helps me kind of funnel the people to where I want them to go.
It has security.
But I use it more for funneling the people. Because if I reinforce everything, guess what? They can only come through this door. So aim at the door, you come in, pop them in the head. So I like the fact that I can stay and anchor down, and I can reinforce with smoke, and everybody go out and roam, and we can reinforce the area. So I like that. I know some people are like butthurt, like it's not realistic. How can he carry 10 reinforcements? Dude, he couldn't carry one of them, and not just because he's got nowhere to stick it. I would imagine that reinforcement must be heavy as crap.
Mm-hmm.
I think only Lord Tachanka can carry one of those.
Yeah, one of those big bad boys.
And Lord Tachanka's elite should be him shirtless with a king's robe with a crown. And then his animation is him sitting on a throne of Game of Thrones, but with just guns. And
Tachanka turrets.
And he just sits on it.
And he just has like his leg up, and he has a staff, like a golden staff there. He's like, that's fantastic.
And his staff is the freaking grenade launcher. He's just like, boom. Goes like, and he just goes like that. What's up? So yeah, I like the pool of
yeah, me too. I definitely agree. Also, it allows people for
multiple hatch breach.
Those who are anchoring, you're doing that. Those who are roaming, go get hatches and then go to your spots automatically. You don't have to come back to objective to reinforce anything.
Yeah. Oh, I got hatches. Now I can do 3 of them instead of, hey, you go get 1 hatch and then come back down.
Yeah, exactly.
Which happens in some maps.
So it allows for good spread of work in the beginning and planning, and then being able to do and do stuff in action.
I think that's more of a thing that they had to do for Pro League. Because the preparation phase is really short, and for people to run up and down and
actually preparation phase is the same across everything.
Is it? It feels like it's shorter in ranked.
No. What's shorter is action phase.
I know
action
that part for sure,
but yeah, I mean, I think it's good overall. It just allows a spread and flow of everyone moving around and stuff like that. Because there's so many people with gadgets that have to be deployed. You got Capcan maybe has to put 5 traps everywhere. He doesn't have time to reinforce maybe. So it's stuff like that. So jumping into Ping 2.0, what do you think about the Ping 2.0 system?
I hate the fact that they went with the COD
up. I like that it was on the left, to be honest with you.
But it makes sense because I've always said it. I said it to Carol. I go, why can't we have a unified,
universal?
That's it. Like pinging is this for everyone. I have to ping with R1 for Apex. I got to ping up with COD. I got to ping left with Rainbow and with other one. Mm-hmm. Why can't we just all say, hey, up is it? Even for Apex, let's just use up. Maybe I know I can probably map it, right? Because I know on Xbox you can map everything. But do I love the system itself? I love it. Why? Even with my yokai as Echo, I can ping now.
I think pinging on drones was a big benefit from the system. Before you couldn't do that. You can only ping with the triangle, like a spot.
It's because I'm not a very well-spoken person. I stutter a lot when I'm thinking and I'm trying to aim and shoot. So probably, hey, somebody, window, door. And I could just say, hey, there's somebody right here. And just ping with my yokai.
Yeah, I hate when Kuko says here and he doesn't ping. That's my least favorite part.
So, but at least now I can say here and actually ping now with the yokai.
I think they did a good job as well.
It's because sometimes I'm saying here and I want to, because when you press triangle, it takes a while before it scans the guy. So he can walk in and then walk out, and then I didn't ping him, and it's here, and then I didn't ping him. Mm-hmm. And that's what usually happens to me. I'm trying to ping the guy with triangle, but it takes time.
Yeah.
But now I can just press up and here. Boom. There's a stop.
I think they did a good job as well as signifying what pings are.
camera.
I feel like if
gadget.
a lot of people start pinging a bunch of crap, we're not gonna know whose ping is which. So I think they put a little number on each person, and we get to see on the leaderboard whose number is what. So Google's number 1. Google says here, but Jimbo also points up there. I know that 1 is Google, so Google, I'm gonna shoot at where Google pointed. So they did a good job doing that.
Yeah.
You could ping traps, you could ping barbed wire, you could ping hatches, you could ping the diffuser. Amazing. The ping in the diffuser was really good. I think it was a really wise choice for doing that. Just because it's easy to mark. You mark it, everyone knows, yo, that's where the diffuser's at, so we're gonna watch it.
And it has a little different icon.
And there's icons.
So before the ping would just be a red dot arrow.
Or the yellow one was the regular
soft
ping.
But now it actually pings in blue like the mute, or pings the camera, and it shows a little camera icon.
Yeah.
So
Those
it
are
helps.
friendly gadgets. Also, so that way you know what's what.
Mhm.
The red is always going to be enemy. I think that's something they established. When a friendly's on camera, you know it's blue. The camera's blue.
Yeah.
So stuff like
So
that.
they kept the same color
Coordination stuff.
coordination stuff going.
Next change, which we haven't got to experience, is map banning.
But wait, the soft breaching thing.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's
soft
an
breaching.
awesome thing, because sometimes you don't want to use a hard breacher because you don't like their guns, or you don't like the gadgets that they have.
Mhm.
But then you can bring like I think Ash, she has the new breaching charge. So
Oh, she does?
I think so, because we talked. I think I talked to somebody about that, about her
let me
having
see,
the
'cause I'm actually very
gun to
interested.
breach, and having the new breaching charge. So you can correct me if I'm
Yeah,
wrong.
keep talking about it.
But the new breaching thing, basically they have 2 squares in half, and then they come up to where they want to breach. They put the 2 squares to form the square completely, and it cuts a square shape into the reinforcement, and it's big enough for you to hop through too. So if you want to hop into the room, it actually makes a hole big enough. You know how like Habana, you put the pellets, but it cuts a hole, but doesn't let you go through it unless you use all her pellets, which
Yeah.
kind of sucks. Which that's a new change. Didn't they change the pellet count with her? Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, the people that have it is Montaña, Ying, Fuse, Finca, Amaru, Nook, Capital, and Lion.
Okay, so no Ash.
No, actually, yeah, that would to me that would be too strong to give.
And
her
again,
that.
I always go back to why can't they all just pick whatever
Yeah.
they want?
Absolutely agree. So there was that. There was also actually a change to Thatcher,
Oh yes,
which we
it's
forgot to
huge
mention.
too,
And
and that's what she said.
Thatcher doesn't destroy gadgets anymore. He only disables them.
Now, does he
Um,
disable them for a long period of time, or is it short?
You know, I think you can if you do it right, if you time it right. I forgot who was it that I did it with. I think it was with who was playing Thatcher, dude. Stevie was in our squad. Someone, I don't remember who was playing Thatcher, but there was a game where we played Thatcher, and on the garage door of Snowmobile and Chalet, which we also got to talk about the rework for Chalet. He timed it perfectly where the bandit got disabled. I threw it, the ace, and it opened, blew up, and as soon as the bandit was about to come back on, he threw another one in time and disabled it for the longer period. They don't stack times. If not, it resets. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if you get to time it for
Yeah, like let's
for
say
this
it's 10
time-
seconds. He can't throw 2 and say, hey, it's 20 seconds.
Yeah.
now. It'll go down 5, and he throws the other one, and it'll go to 10 again.
And then yeah.
But that's my question. Like, how long is the period of time that the Thatcher?
Here
because-
doesn't say. I don't know for sure.
But I like the fact that it doesn't break everything.
Yeah.
Because before he used to just throw a Thatcher and boom, just destroy the mute, the freaking batteries, just everything that you had in the room in
Mhm.
just one throw.
The value of his Thatcher grenade was a lot.
Yeah.
Like, he got a lot for it.
The good thing is that like let's say the stuff goes down, but eventually it'll come back up again,
Mhm.
and you start muting from the Dokkabees, and you start muting for all the other stuff.
Yeah.
And it also forces you, like, if you want to get rid of that gadget, well, shoot it out then.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So next thing is real quick a map rework for Chalet.
I like these reworks. It's like a rework or remaster kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
I like reworks more than complete overhauls. Like, okay, I love House. I love House's rework, which is House, but we just added things to it. I hated when they did the Hereford base thing.
That's overhaul.
That's complete overhaul. Like I'd rather have more of the remake stuff. Like let's add here, let's change some windows. This is a bit.
To be honest, I would rather I would call House an overhaul in my opinion.
Yeah.
A lot of the map changed. A lot, even the look, aesthetic, graphic, everything. A lot of it changed. What I would say rework is Chalet's a rework to me. Clubhouse is a rework to me.
Yeah.
The fair, the Chinese fair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? The Chinese fair.
Yeah.
That's a rework to me. Where there's
overhauls are like canal.
Canals an overhaul to me, in my opinion, because they changed almost everything.
Yeah, because
everything.
that's a good idea. Yeah, because in house you're like, okay, this is where this was. This is where the garage was. There's sometimes in canal, I'm like, dude, where am I? Like, what is this? Same thing with Hereford Base. You're like, okay, this was where I used to come. There's no stairs here no more. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Chalet looks like they bought a house and they got a interior decorator. It's like, we're gonna push this wall back. We're gonna change the stairs from here to here. So it kind of like felt like a remodel of the build of the house in Chalet instead of like they redid the whole freaking thing.
Yeah.
See, a house is to me it's kind of stuck in the middle. I kind of feel like it's in the middle where things are still like the master bedroom still
Like
in
still
the master
familiar.
bedroom.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a family that cashed in from the terrorist attack and they fixed their house up.
Yeah.
So
No, I agree. So yeah,
love the
I
changes,
definitely
though.
like the change to Chalet. I think they did a good job. There was really like big problems with the map, which I'm glad they took a look at and actually fixed.
now you can freaking zip line up. They got rid of the people trying to climb out in certain areas.
Yes, you could finally rappel all the way to the top of the roof and move around. They
got rid of the kitchen window where people used to sit there and just.
Yes, they
go
added
right
they added better rotation. I think the stairs that were on the other side that went down
to the trophy room.
to the trophy room were garbage, and I think the stairs to the back are better now than before. Because before those stairs were just you never went down them or up them. They were because you would die from master. There was a bunch of other problems.
I like the
with
way they did the stairs because if you're downstairs, it's easier to get into master bedroom in Chalet
it.
than before. You would have to go up and then work your way back and.
Or go outside and go from an outside balcony and all that stuff.
They still kept the basically the downstairs kind of looks the same as far as the
Wine cellar opened up a bit. I like the way they kind of moved the stuff, actually. I like the back tunnel that connects the back stairs to the wine cellar in the back.
but the snowmobile looks the same.
Snowmobile's it's exactly the same. Oh, no, they moved the drone hole.
Yeah.
And some of, like, the trash bins that were in the corner. But other than that, it's almost the same. They moved the stairs a bit inward, too, the ones that go out. So they did very, very good
The
changes.
thing is that they what I
Chalet.
think is weird is where they chose to secure the area stuff.
Dude, the security area for the lobby is
It's
the
like
weirdest
right
one.
smack in the big.
That one's the weirdest one.
I remember when I first got, I'm like, dude, they chose.
I thought it
this
was in the
place?
bar, and that's what I think I told you. I'm like, Google, wait, why is the secure area in the lobby, and not in the bar? So yeah, I mean,
Overall, I think this
it
is
was
great.
it was definitely a
upgrade.
great change, and I think that's about it. Yeah, we discussed almost every change that happened this season. Of course, small bug fixes and little changes going on.
Yeah, and different buffs and nerfs to different guns and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I love the sight upgrade. The sights,
that was the last thing I was gonna mention. There
changing
you
the
go,
sights, the 2.0s, the 1.5.
Yes.
And
The
to
sight
me,
changes are
I
really good.
I love seeing the green dot.
I like seeing purple dot. So
Yeah.
each to their own. I'm glad they
You
did
sure
that.
it's purple, Mr. Colorblind?
No, I know it's purple. I trust me. I checked.
You've asked.
And, no, I read it. It said purple. If not, I would have probably seen blue and purple a little bit. Kind of the same.
But
'Cause they
yeah,
are
I
pretty
like the
similar.
different sights, the way they changed the meta a little bit with some
Yeah.
of the players.
And it just allows for comfort. Like certain colors, like or certain things we're used to seeing, and they pop out more for us, or we like it more. And I just like purple for my sight. I like the way it shines. Blah,
But
blah.
even
It's
the
better.
not just the radical color difference, but like having a 1.5 for Echo instead of a 2.0. I like the 1.5 more. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I love my 2.0. I like a 1.5 for a defender, and my 2.0 for attackers. And that's just I'd rather have everything.
Yeah. No, I absolutely agree.
So
Even and then attackers are always a bit longer range and stuff like that. But overall, great season, great changes. We're excited to hop into this and play a bit more Rainbow. I would say that I want to hop in this season compared to last season. Even though Ace was awesome, he's to me, I would say one of my mains for attackers. Still, I like him a lot. I just like the AK-12. I like his gadget. But the season
Maverick
just didn't
main
entice
too.
me. He did get his extra canister.
Yeah.
But yeah, so overall, I think it was a great season.
So my three. Maybe we could do this real quick before we finish. So my three attackers are Zero, Maverick, and Chunky
Gridlock.
Those are my three guys.
Mhm.
And on defense, I'm still a Capcan, Elysian, Echo. Those are my three guys.
Okay. I'm gonna go defenders because it's easier for me. I think for defending would have to be Mozzie.
Jaeger.
Mozzie, not even Jaeger anymore, to be honest with you, dude. Do I gotta look at operator list? Mozzie, Cavi sometimes. Cavi would have to be on the low end because
That was a rookie the cookie
her
round
pistol.
too.
That was a while back, I will admit. But dude, it's him. And who's the other person that's like
Bandit.
Mozzie?
You use like Bandit a lot.
Bandit. Dude, someone has a gun that's kind of like Alibi. Thank you. Mozzie, Alibi, and Cav. There'll be times where I would play maybe Jaeger if needed, but mostly those three I've been rotating are my favorite. Just because Alibi, I like her gun, and I also like
Super smooth.
the way I like playing around with the holograms.
gadgets.
Like, I'll place two after the drone phase is done so they don't really suspect it. And then I keep one while I'm roaming. I would deploy it, take it out, pick it up, deploy it, use it as information, use it as a distraction while I'm roaming around and running around. Because that's the way I play her, and it works a lot of the time. But those are my three defenders. Then my three attackers would have to be Ace, Ying, and maybe Jackal would be my three. But Ace has been my high use for a bit. I just like Ace.
He's got a
lot.
great gun, and his gadget's very useful.
Yeah, I just like I like his kit. I like having breaching charges, the hard breaching, and then the AK-12 is just a good weapon. So yeah, those are my three.
Awesome.
So yeah, overall, great start to the season. Most likely you're gonna see more of the Game Bros crew playing ranked on Rainbow coming up in
streams of that
in the few. If you guys aren't up with, follow us on our social media so you guys are up to all the things we're doing. We are doing a gift card giveaway, guys. Make sure you guys follow and read. There's a reason I'm embolding these words out of my mouth because I can't show them to you in a typed format.
Well, we will. We're going to clip this so you guys can understand
read
what's happening.
And look at the post carefully so that way you guys can participate in the giveaway. And winner will be announced, if I'm not mistaken. Nikki, you can check me on that one, the 27th of this month. Nikki as well saying, put in the chat, we are going to release a poll so we can have a tourney this month. We do like having tourneys with you guys, so we're going to be releasing a poll for you guys to vote on for the game of the month so we can have a tourney at the end of the month so that way we can have a good time together as a community. As well, remember to hit that like button, hit that notification bell so that way you guys know every time we go live. If you guys are on YouTube, subscribe to us, leave a like or comment down below. We would love to see that. Or if you're on Twitch, hit us with a follow or even a sub if you guys are feeling generous. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being with us. And we're always going to be posting stuff throughout the week on our socials. And here on Twitch, we're going to be streaming throughout the week as well. And yeah, Kuko, any more closing words?
No, like we always say, live in your world,
but play in ours. Game Bros, peace.
Peace.